let's get to brass tacks. You're growing hair right now. In the time since this ad started, you've grown hair, and I want to shave it off. And thanks to our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club, we can do it at a reasonable price. Dollar Shave Clubs makes products for your hair, your face, your skin, your shower, everything you need. They made Tim look amazing, and that's no small feat. And it's all their own original stuff. And they only use the finest premium ingredients, and they deliver right to your door, just like they do their razors. That means no more annoying trips to the store, cruising up and down the aisles looking for stuff on the shelf, going, what the hell is that, and what do I do with it? Nobody knows. And with gift memberships and e-gift cards available at Dollar Shave Club, you can cover your name and everybody on your holiday shopping list, brother. You don't got to go down any aisle at any store. Burn all the stores to the ground. That's what I say. I want you to love Dollar Shave Club as much as I do, so I've arranged for you to try your first month of their best razor along with travel-size versions of shave butter, body cleanser, and yes, even butt wipes for just $5. When you wipe your butt with them, think of me in this face. After that, replacement cartridges ship for just a few bucks a month. It's the Dollar Shave Club starter set. Get yours for just $5 exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/Greggy. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Greggy. When you use the butt wipes, think of me. What's up, everybody? I didn't see you come in. This is the Game Over Greggy Show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Top of the morning to you,
You
Greg.
can't get him. You brought this up over there, Pure One at Tim Gettys, when we were doing party mode this week, and Andy's talked about it on the morning show, that Nick will notice when something isn't annoying someone and then go a little bit further to annoy them. But I did all this to him, and I caressed him, and I touched his ear, nothing. There's no reaction.
Here's why, because there's a big difference between Tim and myself, is that Tim hates being touched. There's a phobia for it. I can't remember what it's called,
Nick
but there's an
wanted
actual
more.
condition.
Yeah, begging for it.
I love it.
Yeah?
I'm
You like a big kitty?
Oh, God, touch me. I'm a snuggler. I'm a
I never
cuddler.
thought the cat saying that when you scream.
Yeah.
Oh, God, touch me.
You're gonna
get down there.
You're gonna rub my belly.
You tuned in for a good
cats
one.
normally attack on that.
No, some cats are good.
Yeah,
I've also been.
My cat lets you rub his belly, but
Do you like being
most
touched?
don't.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I don't know. It's weird that I'm with Gia because she likes being touched so much that she literally has a tattoo of the cuddle hormone. I forgot what it's called.
Cuddle hormone.
I'm gonna call it
Is
serotonin.
it serotonin?
Is it serotonin?
Yeah,
I think it is
so.
serotonin. And yeah, it has
tryptophan.
Like DNA strand
Tryptophan.
shit.
Yeah.
Is it DNA strand?
Dopamine? I don't know.
Dopamine.
What-
No,
what
it's
are we
the
talking about?
molecular,
The
organic
molecular structure of
structure of
serotonin.
it.
She has the
Yeah.
tattoo on her.
That's
Because
hot.
she likes cuddling. I'm like,
Well, she also likes to
Yeah.
feel good, because that's what serotonin makes you just feel
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
Devin's
pleasure
a cuddler
hormone.
and I'm not, so opposites attract.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, this is Shonda Austin. Welcome, Shonda. And I should say, welcome back.
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
course.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
have been on the Game Over Greggy show before.
Kind of, yes.
You have a deadbeat boyfriend named Devin. He's over there right
Right,
now
yes.
being a deadbeat. He's been on the
Yeah.
Game Over Greggy show a long time ago.
Yes.
Quite a few fortnights ago. Got a word of the day,
Fortnite
calendar.
Battle Royale.
Nope.
Good for
Nope,
you, man.
that's-
I like
no.
Learned that
References.
first time reading Shakespeare.
Abraham Lincoln. Oh.
Shakespeare.
Okay.
Fortnite. I was like, what the fuck is that? And someone was like, oh, it's just
2 weeks
14
ago.
days. It's 2 weeks. And I was like,
Oh.
why didn't you just say that?
Yeah, why is that a thing though?
Because back in the day, they had nothing else to do
had
but
nothing
think up
else
funny
to do,
words and
yeah.
write shit down.
Guys,
It
I'll
was-
see you guys in 2 weeks. Oh, there's got to be a better way of saying
it's,
that.
I just feel like it's weird that 2 weeks gets its own.
I mean,
Well-
doesn't it make sense? Don't we get paid every like 2 weeks? Like,
That wasn't why
I
they
mean,
did
I
it,
don't
though.
think that's
not
how it
why
went
they
then.
did it.
I didn't say
Sorry.
that's why they did it. I said now it's useful still. So
But we don't get
It's-
paid every
it's-
fortnight. We get paid
Next
every 2
fortnight.
weeks.
When's the last
Yeah.
time Cool Greg used dropping a dime? Huh?
Dropping a dime.
Drop a dime on him. That's a turn of phrase.
I don't
You're
know
talking
about that
on
one.
someone, like you're snitching on
I don't-
someone,
I
like
don't think
snitches
Cool
get
Greg
stitches,
has
like
ever-
sauced.
has
Well, Cool
ever-
Greg's not a
Get
snitch.
sauced.
No, he
Here's
would
the
never
thing.
be a snitch.
Cool Greg?
You
I
kidding me?
mean,
Ain't no fucking snitch.
She ain't no snitch.
Do you remember there was one time where
I
we
believe
were
that.
having a conversation around this table, Shonda, and I mentioned that Cool Greg looked like a narc, and we were all having fun. And I'm like, Cool Greg looks like a narc, and he got super serious. Like, I don't look like a narc. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, sorry, no, that touchy subject for you. You're not a narc at all. Cool
No,
Greg.
that
Yeah, no,
explains
no.
it. I
Shonda,
brought
how
that
long
up
has it
again
been
this
since you're on the
morning.
Game Over
here
Greggy
he
show?
is.
Oh, here he is, narc number one, Cool Greg, walking in.
Narc number one?
See how mad he gets? Look at that, he leaves. He leaves all mad. He's going to stab me one day. He's going to stab me.
And nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah, no one's going to narc.
Well,
No one's going to narc.
body because he knows a lot of people that can hide it.
Sean, how long has it been since you
It has
appeared?
been 1 year and 1 week.
Whoa.
Wow. Welcome
Almost
back.
a year
Exactly.
and a
Anniversary.
fortnight.
Yeah, yeah, almost a year
Yeah.
fortnight.
A year and a half a fortnight.
My God.
Bring us up to speed. What's happened in your life?
A lot has happened.
Okay.
I started a business.
Okay. Wow.
That's
Well,
fun.
I didn't change what I was doing. I was a massage therapist before, but went into business as a massage therapist instead of working for someone else.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Big fans of that.
Yeah. As you know, it takes over your life.
Oh yeah, the business. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. We just bought a house.
What an adult.
Yeah. Getting
Good life
the house
changes.
that I've owned for 10 years, ready to sell.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought a house when I was 23 on my
Wow.
own by myself.
Texas, man. Crazy place out there.
Yeah, I don't know if I recommend that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I did.
Okay.
Not saying I recommend that. But I think that's enough.
No, those are two big things that are happening.
Yeah.
This
Every
actually,
time I've seen you, you've had different colored hair.
that's true too.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I like to change
I
things
met
up.
you were blonde.
Yes.
And
Yes,
then
I was
when
very
you were on
blonde
the show,
then.
you were, I don't even remember.
No hair. I think.
Yeah,
Britney
I was
Spears
just bald.
style.
I don't remember what color my hair was then. That's been a while. Oh, I was
A year
blonde
and a
then
week.
too. I was. It had just grown out a little bit, and so the brunette was showing a little bit. It was like the poor man's ombre.
Got it.
So
Poor
it just-
man's ombre.
the- yeah.
Hey, shout out to ombre.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Okay, so an ombre is when it's like brunette on the top and then blonde at the bottom.
Okay.
Like they
they're
dyed it that
friends?
way.
What does ombre mean? It doesn't mean for
I don't know.
brother.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, like friend?
Cowboy. Yeah, that's where they got it from.
Yeah.
Because what would happen traditionally is that one cowboy would be blonde.
the part of the hair
Yeah.
that was that had the sunlight would go blonde, and then the part that was covered by the cowboy hat. You picked a good episode to watch.
I'm not gonna make it through
That
this one.
that sounds right.
Okay, good.
I'm
We
gonna say
figured
that's
it out.
right.
Figured it
Yeah.
out.
So the poor man's ombre is just when you don't dye your roots. You just let
okay.
them
Okay.
grow out and turn
a lot
into
of sense.
something.
A lot of sense.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's what happened, and but now I've got this fun, crazy color that.
The blue.
Yeah, I've got some blue, some purple, some green, all kinds of different colors in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to convince Andy Cortez and myself. I need to convince myself that either for Extra Life or for something. I don't know if Extra Life's the timing's going to work, but that we'll dye our hair like Twitch streamers.
Oh,
and
God,
like,
yes.
Go for the colors.
That was gonna be my thing.
Yeah.
You can't steal that from me.
No, but yours is different though.
Here's what I'm gonna
Yours
tell
is
you.
a throwback to like old school you.
First off, if Greg
Can't
does
all
it-
be dyeing our hair. It won't be
No,
cool.
but here's
if
the
Greg
thing,
does
though,
it,
Greg.
he's gonna look like he just got scared. If you do, you got to get Andy to do like
What?
lavender.
What does that mean?
You know, you get scared white, like when your hair goes white when you get
Why
really
would he
scared.
do it white?
I'm gonna do it blue like it wasn't college.
So you
Oh,
have
because I had blue and white in my head. That's what I'm telling you. Andy should do blonde. Like,
No,
like
you
bleach
didn't.
blonde.
Yeah.
That's what I want Andy to do.
either way, you have to pre-lighten first if you want it to stay.
Yeah, I will have to bleach it. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I
But then
remember.
eventually, I would just shave it all off and start anew.
No,
I feel
you-
like I
Yeah,
need a
you can
new-
do that.
I needed like it's
I'm
been
not
treating me
gonna
well
do
for the
that.
last couple of years.
Time for
but
reinvention.
I feel like I need to. Well, not reinvention. I want to get back to this, but I feel like it's not doing what I want. So I need to get a new set of hair in there.
just shave it.
That's how that works.
Is
Bake it.
that how it works?
Mm-hmm. I found that when you shave your head and it grows back as like a new, fresh experience.
It really
overall.
does. My hair, after I dyed it, I was a blonde naturally, and then I dyed it like a lighter blonde, and now it just came in darker.
Your body
And
rebelled.
so, yeah. And then, I don't know, when I turned 30, I think my hair just started going like a little bit more curly. It was always straight my whole life, and then I turned 30 and it just started being a little bit curly. I don't know.
Interesting.
Changes.
What a trip.
Things happen.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get the show each and every episode early. How early, Nick?
You could be watching it right now.
That's right.
Now.
Just $1, you could be getting it right now.
Technically
Live
speaking,
stream
if
of
you're
it.
hearing this, you are watching it right now.
Right.
So what I just said was totally incorrect.
But you meant in the moment
God,
we exist.
mind
the
blown.
second it's happening, not 10 to 15 days later when you're actually, or whenever the fuck this episode is going, when you actually are watching it. You can watch it live.
You watch it live on Patreon. If you don't want to watch it live, no big deal. You can give us $5 or $10. Watch it later as a video or an MP3 or whatever. Or if you want to just wait till the following Monday, we start putting it up topic by topic, show by show, day by day, topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video in MP3 the following Friday. Thanks, bud.
I'm having a magical time.
We've been doing the rolling starts, which I appreciate, but then it gets really hard to put in the modular stuff. But everybody wants to pound the table.
Everyone wants.
You're like Shonda, you support us on patreon.com/kindafunny to come on this show. You want to pound the table. I don't want to take that away from everybody, you know?
We're all about some table pounding.
We are about pounding on this table.
Yeah.
Kevin, you ever pound on this table?
Can you do it now, please?
Don't ask Kevin.
Have you ever pounded on this table?
I don't know. Kevin, don't answer that question.
Yeah.
As a
Kevin,
married man?
Do not answer that question.
No, not as a married.
That's what I thought. All right.
We just pounded the table.
Tim, what's your topic?
My topic is parody movies, and by that I mean things like Scary Movie and Disaster Movie and all of that.
Not another teen movie.
Not another teen movie, because we've been talking about this during lunch, and this keeps coming up, where these movies were such a moment in time, where they were kind of like the PUBG clones, where it's just like one thing happens and they just keep going, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And I feel like Scary Movie was the renaissance of it, because there was a whole set before with the hot shots and the
so we had Airplane. I think was the first one that I really remember. Like I can remember.
That you think of in a historical sense. You weren't that old. You weren't that.
Yeah, I mean, Airplane was kind of the originator, in my opinion. And then you had the Naked Gun series, right? Starring Leslie Nielsen
and Orenthal James
Simpson. Before he became a mass murderer.
It's too
mass murderer.
Those really set the tone, right? And then you had what I feel like is the height of the parody movie, which is the Hot Shots series, right? Now, Hot Shots
pinnacle Hot Shots. All right, just make sure I heard you right.
So what I remember distinctly saying. Now, granted, I can't remember what year Hot Shots came out. It's got to be early '90s, right?
It was early '90s. I remember it being a big deal. I remember watching it with my friends, and then I remember the sequel coming out.
Charlie Sheen. It had I forget the name of the actress, but she was also in a Dana Carvey movie, and then Hot Shots Part 2.
She was also in something else.
1991.
1991, and then one was Hot Shots Part 2, the
Part
sequel.
2.
We'll see that in a second.
What? And
Melissa Galino.
1993.
No. What was her name? What was the name of the actress in Hot Shots?
Take me to enhance to IMDb.
She was hot for such a minute.
Scroll down. She's Pee-wee. She was in a Pee-wee movie too.
That's right. She was in the second one.
No, she
Galino, that's
she
what
was
it is.
in
She was in Big House, right?
no, not Big House.
Second Pee-wee movie?
Under the Big Top. Pee-wee under the Big Top.
Pee-wee,
Big Top Pee-wee. That's not what it's called.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Valeria Galina, man, dude, she was.
Every time I think of Pee-wee, I think of Ernest.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ernest.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Ernest was the parody of Pee-wee.
Maybe.
No, I think Ernest was just a really bad marketing mistake that just kept happening.
Hey, Vern.
What
do you mean?
Man, he made money.
He was literally Larry the Cable Guy.
Not
Yeah.
Vern Troyer.
I was an Ernest
that's right.
fan.
No,
yeah.
Vern Troyer is the mini.
Yeah.
Vern.
Yeah.
Paul
Rubens is.
Yeah.
His name wasn't. He wasn't just Ernest.
No, it was a character.
Fuck, I could have sworn it.
Shit, it's
He
like
was
Vern.
I think he was a comic.
Yeah, but no.
No, it
what
was a comic, really?
What was
Did it start?
He must have been a stand-up
Oh,
comic.
a comedian. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying like there was a comic book of this.
No,
I was
no.
like,
I don't know. I
wow,
don't know too
that
much about
was
Ernest.
impressive. Like I don't
Stories,
even
but I have to
know
imagine
how that would
that came
happen.
from an act somewhere. that
Okay,
he
yes,
did.
yes.
Anyway,
Paul Varney. I haven't looked at it yet. I want to make sure.
That's
Rest in peace.
So I remember leaving. Long story short, the Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah.
And thinking.
I'm saying it that way.
That's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Hot Shots Part 2. And thinking, I can't believe it. They finally did it. They finally made a sequel to a movie that was better than the first one.
Did you not watch
Oh
it?
my
Stand
gosh.
by it, sir.
Jim Varney.
I don't think I've ever seen
Varney.
either one of these.
Hot Shots?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let me break this down for you.
Tell
So
them my favorite
Oh,
part.
good.
parody
yes.
movies. The parody movies obviously would take popular franchises and just kind of ape them, right? And
Yes,
screw with them always.
of course.
Hot Shots, of course, was a take on Top Gun, which was still very popular from the time, left over from the 80s. And it was starring Hot Shots was Charlie Sheen and Valeria Galina. We already established that. And he was basically the pilot that was like suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. But let's make fun of that. And needed to get back in the cockpit, yada, yada, yada. Hot Shots Part 2, they're like, fuck the cockpit. That's too hard to shoot. Let's put him on the ground and make it a Rambo parody. So he got kind of
Oh
jacked
my
out
God,
for
that's
it, if you remember.
awesome.
And that was as much as I remember of Hot Shots Part 2, except for there was some really inappropriate stuff about Native Americans.
I remember Hot Shots Part
real
1
quick.
being way better. Yeah, sorry, Kevin.
Did you just say that that was the first time a sequel was better than the original movie? Did you not watch Terminator 2? which came out in 1991.
I just remember thinking it was better than the original movie. I may have
Hot
just
Shots
played
Part
that
2
out
is
for
not
comedic
better
effect.
than Hot Shots, period.
Go back and watch them again.
I should
Go
actually.
back and
I mean, I
watch
won't
them
because I
again.
know you do that, but I would never ever do that.
I don't actually. I haven't seen those movies since they came out in theaters.
Well, that's-
I
and
don't
that's the
I've
thing.
stand by
seen
that,
many
but-
parodies, but I can't imagine a parody better than Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is a
Spaceballs-
freaking good one. And
It's-
is that not the originator?
Of the parody?
I
see.
mean-
I don't
Looking
count
into it-
Spaceballs as a parody.
How do you
Spaceballs.
not?
How is it
No,
not?
that's a good point, though. But I don't know. For me, no, because
That's
it's
a good point. Yep,
No, it is a good
that's
point.
a good
'cause
point.
It is parodying Star Wars, but it's not. It's actually like creating its own like world, which is weird to me. Like it's definitely. Yeah, I guess it is parody. You're right.
I mean, it has to
apologize. Right, barf. Like
Yeah, it's a parody.
Yeah.
Here, back to
Yeah, I don't
Hot
think
Shots.
there's
though.
anything.
What I remember the
God,
most of
Spaceballs
Hot
is
Shots.
good.
And here's the reason I probably don't have more of a
Chicken
love.
Chilla. That's Hot Shots Part 2.
Probably a reason I don't have more love for Hot Shots
Yeah.
is because I don't think at the time I was up on all those movies it was parodying, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, maybe
Because
not.
remember, there's that
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous sex scene in Hot Shots that I remember she like cracks an egg on his abs and it like cooks and then she like jumps off like a diving
How
board
have I
onto
not
him.
seen this?
It's great.
But it was parodying. I don't even know what movie that was. Where it was like it starts like a shot for shot recreation of another famous
Yeah,
sex scene.
well, I want to say it was parodying
Yeah.
the sex scene from Top Gun, but I'm not quite
Really?
sure. Yeah, I remember
Alright.
that. Take my breath away.
I remember the song. Dun,
And it's like
dun.
all like the things are just waving, and like you can barely see Kelly McGillis in the background, Tom Cruise. And so fucking hot.
So Kevin just brought up the Wikipedia for parody film, and there's something very interesting. I said, "Oh,
Oh.
this must be like the first." In 1905, there was a parody movie called The Little Train Robbery that was making fun of the train heist or whatever, which is like
Oh,
the
the Great
first
Train Robbery, sure.
the first movie ever made.
That's funny.
That's
Oh, wow.
interesting.
There you go.
In 1925, there was Dr. Pickle and Mr. Bride.
Let's scroll down.
I'd gladly watch that
scroll down
today.
to the 80s. I wanna,
Okay,
and 70s
alright.
and 80s. I want to see when
God,
Airplane
70s
came
it
around.
pops up, huh? Young Frankenstein.
Blazing Saddles. See, Blazing. Yeah, I guess
Blazing
Blazing
Saddles.
Saddles. See, again, that to me is the Spaceball territory.
Carry
where, like,
on,
you are
Dick.
kind of parodying other stuff, but like Spaceballs could have been more movies. All I'm saying.
What's Rocky?
Could have been more
They
than
have Rocky
Spaceballs
Horror
universe.
Picture Show in here. What's that a parody of?
I have no idea.
Click on it, Kev. Let's figure it out.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is a 1975 British-American musical screwball comedy horror film. All right, fuck you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
say
that's
there.
just
parody.
parodying horror
No.
films. That I don't know if that necessarily.
The production is a
Movies and
parody
science fiction.
tribute
But I mean, isn't
to
that
the
what
science
Scary
fiction.
Movie is though?
Horror
Yeah, I
movie
guess
B.
you're right.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be just one
You're right.
movie that's parody.
But I mean, like, Scary Movie is clearly.
Actually riffing on specific.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking had a whole section. It was The Village. Like it was riffing on The Village.
Well, that's
Yeah.
later on. We're talking about the original good Scary Movie.
The good scary movie.
Yeah.
And
They
Scary
all
Movie
blend
too.
together.
Don't
I
get
just
me
remember
started.
Anna Faris being like, "This is my career now."
Yeah, that was
her
sad.
career though,
That was sad.
No,
She could have been more.
No, she had House Bunny.
Yeah,
That
she
was
did.
let's not forget about that.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was after.
I feel like that was during. I got to be honest with you. I feel like there was like House Bunny,
Yeah, but-
and then she went. They were like, "We need you back for one more scary movie," and
I
she was like,
found
"All right."
out about Anna Faris from Scary Movie.
Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I mean, I fell in love with her in that, and I was like, oh, she's gonna be a breakout success.
And she did House Bunny. It was really good.
No,
it was
that's
really
not
good.
what- We're not referencing House Bunny as the everything.
Now here's what I want to bring up:
Yeah.
the Brady Bunch movies in the '90s.
Sure.
Do
Parodies.
those count?
Those are parodies. Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Have
they?
you seen these?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen these.
Oh, they're great.
They're amazing. Are
Yeah.
you a fan of '90s movies? '90s
Sure.
high school comedy movies?
Yeah.
There's two Brady Bunch movies
Mm-hmm.
that were making fun of the Brady Bunch, but it was essentially if the Brady Bunch were just living in the. I don't even understand why it happened.
No, it was. It was.
bad.
Yeah, they basically said how funny would it be if the Brady Bunch existed now in the '90s. So the same
Yeah.
Brady Bunch from like the back in the day existing now, and everyone just thinks they're really fucking weird because they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Marcia," and everyone's like, "Why is she talking like that?"
Yeah.
It's kind of meta because it's not. What's up?
It's a parody of the Brady Bunch. No?
Oh yeah, it's a parody.
I mean,
it's a
pretty much the
reinvention.
greatest
Great.
hits of all the best Brady Bunch moments, just in one movie.
I mean, Jan just keeps going psychotic with
Yeah.
the shit in her
It
head.
was so good, but my favorite thing was the like sexual tension between Marcia and Greg.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was like hell yeah, let's
Well,
go.
Greg and I have had sexual tension for a long time. We
I
gotta
get
figure
it.
that out.
But that's it's not against God like there was.
no, it's
The
legal
thing
now.
about the Brady Bunch movie, we've talked. This has come up before in conversations with us, and you shout out the sexual tension, of course. That's great. The whole thing. The one that never gets enough credit is the fact that if you remember in the Brady Bunch TV show, one of the big things everybody hung their hat on was that the father had like designed their house.
Yeah.
And so in the Brady Bunch movie, everything he designs is just the house.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need a taco restaurant. He gives them the house, and he's still an
It's
architect.
so good. Also, shout out to the dad who is in every everything.
He's Lumberg.
And yeah, including he's from Office Space and Talladega Nights. He's the dad of Talladega Nights. And he's just, I don't. What is the name of that actor? I'm going to memorize it now. And when you quiz me a week from now, Tim, put it on your calendar. I'm going to remember his name. Kevin,
Andy,
as soon as Kevin
is that
brings
a
it up.
new bomber jacket?
It is.
Come show off this new
Look at
bomber.
this.
Oh man, I wanted
Dirty
a gray
pop.
one.
Oh, this is good.
I like it.
What I love about Andy is that he buys
let's do a little
bomber
twirl
jackets,
here.
takes them out of the package it comes from Amazon,
That was
wears
good.
them,
I like it.
doesn't give a shit that it still has like the lines in it, doesn't care.
He'll wear them out.
He's just like,
He'll wear them out.
That actor was also from Getting High movie. What was it called?
Talking to
Pineapple
Mike.
Express.
Yes,
Gary
he was.
Cole. Very similar to Gary Coleman. That's how you'll remember.
Oh man, Gary Cole.
Okay.
is
Very
awesome.
similar,
Okay.
yeah. That's
I feel like when I talk about how awesome Gary Cole is, though, people are going to think I'm talking about Gary Coleman. Also awesome. in
Gary
his own
Coleman's
right.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Though.
But
remember
I
when he
want
ran
people
for
to-
governor?
Did he?
Gary Coleman?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Doing like the
Against
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that was right. What a weird fucking time in our life.
So, parody movies.
Yeah.
But then scary movie. And then
Scary movie
not
ended.
another teen movie.
No, that was.
No, you're not allowed to-
That was when it started going down.
No.
The scary
Stop.
movie
No.
franchise ran parody movies into the fucking ground.
No,
Okay.
it didn't.
Okay. There's only so much I can take here. You wanted to shit on not another teen movie. I'll
Make
go.
a parody of The Ring and this other movie and this. They just
Did
got bad. They got
Scary
so bad.
movie go on and get worse and worse and worse and become a pox on us?
Undeniably.
Yes, undeniably.
Of course, yeah.
But here's what I need to
It's
do.
just the plague that can't be.
Here's what I
cured.
need you to do. Kevin, I need to know what year Scary Movie came out.
On it!
Thank you. Imagine you're Greg Miller. You're with your friend Mike and Jason. You go to AMC Cantera.
Okay,
out
what do
there.
I get at AMC? What am I eating for a snack?
You'd probably get some popcorn, a Diet Coke, and a bunch of what do you like
Mentos.
to put? No, he
just puts the Mentos
He puts
in the
another
popcorn.
chocolate in there.
Nobody
It's
puts
not
Mentos in there. It's called Junior Mints.
Junior
How dare
Mints.
you? Okay,
2000.
I'm good. I'm ready
Scary
to go.
Movie comes out in 2000. Imagine though going to the theater. This and Andy, you're too young to understand. The internet was not how it is
And he
now.
was born in
Shonda.
2000. He knows.
We didn't have computerized pocket phones in our pockets,
Oh,
all right?
no.
We didn't, you went on the internet, it took forever to load stuff. You didn't know what you were looking for. You're not watching trailers. You're not hip to the game. We thought Blair Witch Project was real for a little bit. We didn't know what was going on.
Stupid.
You go to the theater to see whatever
dumb.
fucking movie you're going to see,
Fake news.
and they show you the trailer for Scary Movie. There are few experiences in my life when it comes to movies that I will never forget.
Yeah.
I've talked about a lot of them here. Of course, the end of Avengers, where I came out smiling, where the girl lost her shit when she saw Thanos, seared in my memory. Being doubled over in the theater from this trailer that came out of nowhere, that no one was expecting, and just came in, and it was the wazab, and it was the camera hitting her in the face, and it was like, what the fuck is this? Because Scream was such a thing.
Scream was huge.
such a movement, like in high school when we were all watching this. And when this fucking trailer came, it was like, what the fuck is this? And I remember we were like, we have to see this movie. And we were not of age yet. I wasn't 17 yet, or somebody else in the group wasn't 17.
That was back when people actually cared. They
We
would
were
actually
16.
card you.
Well, that was the thing, yeah, when they do that.
They
And
could
so,
so
like, we
much.
had a whole deal, I remember, of being in the parking lot of Cantera, waiting for Mike's sister to come to buy us tickets for all of our dumb friends to watch this stuff. She eventually did. She came through. We got in there. But then there's that whole thing of like, oh my God, are they checking IDs at the door? What are we going to say when we get up there?
I missed that. I missed
Yeah,
that, man.
no,
That was
fucking
the bad. That was the height of living.
And so, yeah, you got some fucking pimply faced jerk over there you got to fucking kill.
Oh, those kids.
Scary
That
Movie
was
3, I couldn't get into because we were 17.
I don't think I ever tried to get into a movie I couldn't before I was
Really?
17. No, never.
Oh, man.
Goody two shoes.
Yeah,
Texas
I
girl.
was such a good kid.
No, that's no good.
Because in
shouldn't have.
Texas, you really can't get into trouble. Like it's an hour to the nearest movie theater. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I had to be at least 16 to drive there. So,
Is it
there's
small
just
town
no way.
Texas?
Oh, yeah, the town that I grew up in, they have a stoplight now, so they're really big time.
Oh,
yeah,
all
they didn't
right.
have that when I lived there.
Sure,
so.
okay. Things that come
That's
around. What's the
yeah,
population?
really big. I have no idea. I know my graduating class was like 80
What's the name of the
Okay.
city?
80 people.
Okay.
Sweet
So-
Jesus.
Yeah.
My graduating class was 1,400.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
What's the name of the city?
Mine would have been 60.
It's Kemp.
60?
Kemp. K-E-M-P. Kemp, Texas.
Wow.
We did not win a single football game. And in Texas, football is a big deal. So, not a single one.
1,200 people. 1,300.
Yeah? 1,300 people.
100 or 1,000?
100.
Can I get a
Holy
scooch?
shit.
Yep.
Can I get a scooch?
There you go. That's where I'm from.
So, Greg, Scary Movie 1.
Yeah, that's
you're at the
now.
theater.
It's grown.
Insane.
It's
We go
grown.
there, we watch it, we're in hysterics. It's insane. It's the funniest thing we've ever seen. And I think for most of us, it's the first parody movie again that's contemporary, which is important to us. Where it's like we're in the moment, we're part of the zeitgeist that then you drop this movie into, and it actually matters to us. Because another very popular movie for sleepovers in like 8th grade, junior high was Silence of the Hams. Do you remember this fine film?
I remember
I do not.
Vaguely
I've never heard
remember
of this.
You-
sounds
I'll lay the
fantastic.
cast on you, all right?
I always thought that part was in Scary Movie.
Silence of the Hams?
Isn't there a part? Don't they ape Silence of the Lambs and Scary Movie? One of the Scary Movies.
And they ate everything.
Yeah,
in it.
probably in the future. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What's Silence of the Hams?
Silence of the Hams. Kevin, I'm going to need you to bring up that IMDb page for me. Silence of the Hams.
On it.
Silence of the Hams is a young Billy Zane
Listen to your friend Billy Zane.
is an FBI cadet similar to Jodie
Sure,
Foster and her
sure.
things, and Dom DeLuise is the
yeah.
Hannibal Lecter, the titular Hannibal Lecter role or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
And it is a terrible fucking parody of
Wow. I
Silence
love
of the
this
Lambs.
picture.
But yeah, Kevin, if you show that to people. But
No,
we of
hold on,
course
sorry.
hadn't seen Silence of the Lambs, so we were just in
Yeah,
it for the
that's
slapstick
fantastic.
comedy and the goofiness. And I remember Billy Zane at one point is doing push-ups in his like FBI outfit, and like that outfit that was just there a second ago, not that one, the one before it. There you go. Where it's Jodie Foster. See what he did there? I forget how they. I think that maybe they call his name is Joe D.
Joe D.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But he's doing push-ups, and then like
That's not a parody. That's
they
just on the
turn
nose.
the camera around, and he's doing them over like a supermodel of some kind. I forget. I was like, all right, whatever. Just a bunch of dumb kids. It was like what I imagine the level of Scary Movie 3 was. This is what this level of this movie was.
Scary Movie 3, not that bad. Now, here's the thing. Not good.
Was that the one where Chris
no.
Elliott started being in scary movies?
No, that was Scary Movie 2.
Man.
Scary Movie 2,
Terrible.
unfuckwithable. Are you kidding me?
It's terrible.
No,
It's
Scary
so
Movie
bad.
2 just as good as 1.
No.
Just as good.
No,
Equal.
no,
1 and 2.
Oh, wait.
Comments.
Wait.
fucking let me know.
This
Two
is
was
the
the
one.
one where
Two
House
is,
on Haunted Hill.
yeah, terrible.
No, bullshit.
Yeah. They dress a girl just like Lita, by the way, and never give any credit to Lita. We all noticed. Don't worry.
We all
know who
noticed.
you're aping there. WWF at the time's Lita.
I remember. Wait, which one was the one where Marlon Wayans gets stabbed in the dick or in the ear with a dick?
Oh, that's
That's
definitely
number
the
one.
first one.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's probably the one I remember.
I
most.
remember that
Then I
vividly.
do remember one where there's, I think I want to say Chris Elliott was like an old dude.
Yeah, he's got, like,
the
weird
house
little hands.
with the
That's
weird
two.
little
That's
hands.
two.
It's
Yeah.
like that's so off-putting and kills
David
all
Cross
of the
is in
jokes
it.
that
This
he
is
makes.
strong hand.
That was
Terrible. Awful.
So that was 2.
Fucking
okay.
awesome movie.
was so
Awesome
stupid.
goddamn
Wait, which one was
movie.
3?
Here's the thing. Is it stupid? Yeah, 100%. Is it a good movie? Not a fucking
Scary
chance.
Movie
But
1.
neither's 1.
Scary Movie 1 was clever and funny and smart.
It
a
was
highbrow.
different. It was new.
They are
Ketchup,
equal.
just like my mom used to
Equal.
put on spaghetti.
It was brow. Let's put it that way. It wasn't highbrow. I don't think it was lowbrow though. It was
Okay, it was just brow. All right, I can take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
three
Yeah.
ended up parodying way too many movies. 'Cause
That was my
three's-
problem. That's why I feel like they started.
it was
Yeah.
just
just scary
I think when
we
you
gotta,
spread
instead
out
of
too
making
far.
something that's more clever and
Yeah.
pushing the envelope of
They
what the
spread it
parody.
thin.
Yeah, they were just like, we're just gonna throw more shit in here.
Well, because
more is more.
3 parodied The Ring, Signs, and 8 Mile equally.
Yeah,
And
Which
it's
you're
like, why did 8 Mile get put into
yeah.
this?
What were the other options on the board that like got knocked out so that 8 Mile can get fucking 10 minutes of this movie?
Yeah, that was weird.
Now,
But Dirt Nasty was in it. And shout out to Dirt Nasty.
Did you? How many more scary movies were there after that? There were a
I
lot.
think I think there was 5.
I
could
want to
be
say
wrong,
4
but I think
was
it
like War of the Worlds.
I did not keep
They
watching.
parodied-
No,
Yeah.
because they hit 5, and then they went to Disaster Movie and Epic Movie
Oh,
and whatever
that's
movie,
right.
and they went all
okay,
down that
okay.
fucking hill. And then I don't know
Yeah.
the legalities of it, but somewhere the Wayans brothers were like, "Fuck this shit," left whatever company they were at, and now in the last 2 years or 3 years, they've done it again, and it's making fun of the paranormal
The
activity
Wayans
movies.
brothers do it again.
You know, I would give the Wayans brothers, like that group of creative gentlemen, a ton of shit for that. Were it not for the fact that they did in fact give us white chicks. So I gotta
Make
give
him a
them. That's
white
like it's like you did all that damage to the scary movie franchise, and then you brought me white.
Well, the best
chicks.
part
Well,
about the
the thing is, I
scary
don't know
movie
that they did.
franchise, remember, was that as it continued to go on, they kept it as a running joke of like, from 1.5 of the writers of Scary
that's
Movie
a good
1 or
point.
whatever.
That's a good
like,
point.
It's like good. That's good.
All I'm saying is, like, I can't think of any legitimately good parody movies that are happening right now. I think that well has been tapped. You know, that well is
Well,
dry.
they seem to go in cycles, right? Where I feel like First off, I feel like they're a young person's game for the most part.
Yeah. Also, we'll get a few more like good movies out there that are really popular and everybody really likes, and then those will get parodied.
Well, see, this
I mean,
is
I don't
the
think
modern
it's just
era
gonna be
of
like
the porn parody. Because remember Pirates of the
Oh,
Caribbean
there
when they
you
did
go.
the Pirates XXX?
I
the
think
first
that
big budget
if I'm
porn.
not mistaken, porn parodies still count as porn. They're just mostly porn.
What they do.
Right.
But did you see The Hills Have Thighs? Because I did.
No, but I did try to
it
get
good?
my wife to
It was
watch.
very entertaining.
Yeah.
Really, I tried to get my wife to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean porn parody thing that they did.
There was CG in that motherfucker.
Yeah, she was like, no. She's like, I don't even want to watch a normal Pirates of the Caribbean movie, let alone a bad iteration of it.
When they did that porn
penetration.
parody of Batman, like 1966 or whatever, that was the first and only time where I was like, I gotta watch this thing. And I jumped through, and I couldn't find it. I don't know how to legally do anything. This is years ago, obviously.
Illegally, you point to me. I'm all above board.
Yeah. But that's not the parody I was talking about. This is a high quality one. So I signed up for some porn things free trial or whatever, where I had to give the credit card and then cancel it the next day. I was like, I want to see this film. I gotta know this
How
as a
did that work
DC
out for
fan.
you, Greg?
Fine.
Ballsy, dude.
No, I
You're
didn't.
a
It was fine.
disaster.
It was like Vivid or
you
something. It
didn't
was
get
like a
like a
crazy.
whole
Number
bunch
one,
of like
never paid
pop-ups
in
and a
life.
bunch of
Don't
ads.
Never pay for porn.
Don't
Well,
pay for
when you
sex
want-
I feel like
Hey,
that
if
could
you
have
want-
gone really poorly.
It could have. If you want quality, you got to pay for it.
Not true.
If I can rewind the conversation quite a ways, I'd like to come back and pick a bone with you when he said not another teen movie, and you're like, oh, not another teen movie's great.
Not a teen movie, just as good as the teen movies. Yeah.
True. That's
The
true.
Prom Tonight song alone puts it in another fucking thing.
That-
Chris Evans, man.
You're right.
Billy
It
Bob.
launched
right.
his career.
Nick,
right.
stop flip flopping.
No,
Just
because
commit to
I
it.
was thinking of a different movie. This is Chris Evans. This is the
girl-
ripoff of She's All That, right?
I mean, of
It's
all the
all
And
those
then Molly
movies, yeah.
Ringwald's at the end
Yeah.
and thing. Okay, I remember liking that.
And then there's the one girl from Mean Girls, the Lacey Chabert, whatever.
Who plays
and, like, she
the,
gives,
the
they just want a hand job from her really bad, which is such a great plot line.
And then
No, I thought she wanted.
Oh, they wanted
to fuck her or get a blowjob.
Yeah,
and she's
but
like,
she's
I'll
like,
give a hand job. And he's like,
I'm not gonna do
"Mm."
that, but I'll give you a hand job. And they're like, all right.
So
And then
is this underwear or a Superman?
This is the
Superman.
beginning of
Okay.
Superman, so
Okay.
my apologies. I
Whatever
do
you
a lot
want.
of this.
Oh, whatever you need it to
Whatever
be at
you
the
need it
moment.
to be.
No, that was the one. And that movie was great. Not another teen movie was another one. Again,
Great.
it's just hitting right at the right spot where we were already saturated with
I
these
do.
movies.
I do remember going in being like super jazzed for not another teen movie, and then laughing my ass off when I saw
Yeah,
it. That's
Billy
true.
Bob, all the concussions. Chris Evans is there being awesome.
Right, 'cause it's
The
awesome.
main character in it, the girl who takes off her glasses and put down her ponytail and like she's beautiful, mind-boggling when I'm watching Supergirl season 1.
I just realized what this movie
Halfway
is.
through it, and I'm like, who is this girl? And then
Yeah.
it finally dawned on me she was the girl from None of the Team. I was like, holy
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there one after that that's even close to notable though? Because I feel like like Scary Movie 4, 5, all the disaster movies, those are just terrible.
Well, I mean,
They're terrible.
my timing's all fucking warped, but I'm pretty sure none of the teen movie was
Kevin, let's bring up the parody list again, please.
right before. I think it was in between Scary Movie 1 and 2.
It must have been. It must have been.
Because that was the golden age.
I
That's
feel
when
like
things
that
were
was like the
good.
Dimension
Yeah.
film
Things were
age,
real
right?
good back then.
Yeah.
Now you have to imagine the Wayans brothers right now, locked away in a room, figuring out how to parody superheroes, right?
Got to. They have
They already
to be.
did that.
They already
though.
did.
Well, did they do it, or but like someone did?
Someone-
And here's the thing.
The superhero
somebody
movie.
go to kindoffunny.com/you're wrong and let us know. There's somewhere where I'm pretty sure the Wayans brothers gave up after a certain point with the Scary Movie franchise, and it was just the parent company fucked them over and made them make a whole bunch of these bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's why they splintered off to do their own thing.
Let's see, none of the team movie. Shrek does not.
They have Shaun of the Dead on here, which is an interesting question.
That's not a parody.
That's just
movie.
a zombie comedy.
That's a good
Yeah.
take on a zombie movie. As is Shrek, I guess.
Well,
with
I mean,
Why is
Shaun of
Master
the
of
Dead
Disguise
is a
here?
parody
It
of
is
Dawn
a
of the
parody, you
Dead.
think? Now,
Master of Disguise has to go somewhere too.
so hold up. Now
Is
hold
it
up.
not?
Well, no, because it's a different plot. It's. I mean,
Okay,
there's definitely
okay.
like we're coming
Yeah,
to get
I
you,
see what
Barbara,
you're
and
saying,
stuff. It's
yeah.
not a living death
It's
stuff.
a parody of the genre.
Is it a
Yes.
parody? It's in the
Okay.
genre. It's a comedy in the genre. Kevin, what I want you to do now is give me the definition of parody. That's the next question I have for you.
Let's
Beep, bop, beep, bop, bop. I need the
Andy.
Kev computer to figure this out for me.
Andy.
Pow, enter the fist.
Andy,
Where's K9 when
I
we
need you
need
to
him?
put up a
Fucking
poll.
nunchucks in the. Yeah, that was.
Is it parody? Yes or no?
That's not funny, Nick.
Parody, according to the Google Dictionary, an imitation of the style of a particular writer, artist, or genre with deliberate exaggeration for comic effect.
There you go. It's a genre.
I guess by definition, it's definitely
Shaun of
for
the Dead
comic
is a
effect,
parody.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's the best parody of all time, then.
There you go. It's a parody that you don't even know is a parody. That's how good.
That's
it
how
is.
good it is. It just stands on its
Shrek,
own.
I buy. I get that.
All right. Hold on. Go up, Kev. Go up. There's some shit here that George of the Jungle 2. All right. Didn't know that was a fucking thing. Scroll down a bit more.
How's that a parody?
Have you seen George? of the
It's
Jungle?
parodying George of the Jungle 1.
Oh, okay.
And then,
okay.
then we got Date
Tarzan.
Movie, then Scary Movie 4, then another gay movie,
I never heard of a game.
What the
movie.
fuck was
No.
that?
Yeah.
and then keep going down.
Hoodwinked.
Oh, for a second I was like, Tim, you can't call that that.
And then epic movie,
Superhero movie in
I was
2008.
like,
You're right.
It's not.
superhero movie 2008, The Onion movie. No, that's probably some other shit. And then another gay sequel, Gays Gone Wild.
Oh, Team America. That's a fucking.
Yeah, click on it. Click on another gay sequel. I need to know about this franchise, please. Another. No, I don't need that.
Sorry.
Another gay sequel, Gays Gone Wild, is the 2008 sequel to the 2006 comedy Another Gay Movie. It features 5 cast members from the first. Okay, well, what's the
Plot: Dorky Andy, Jake Mosier, Flamboyant Nico, Jonah Blechman, and Jock Jared, Jimmy Klavitz, and Nerdy Griff, Aaron Michael Davis reunite in Fort Lauderdale for spring break. The plot revolves around a contest, quote, Gays Gone Wild, to see who can have sex with the most guys during the duration of spring break. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds awesome. This movie sounds great.
Amen.
The winner will be
Yeah.
crowned Miss Gay Gone Wild.
There you go.
While Andy seems to have no problem getting men to have sex with him, Nico has not been attracted. No, I thought it was
He's not been attracted to men since birth.
I was like, wait.
Nico's straight.
He has not been attracting men at all.
Rough
He has a frequent
time.
fantasy sequence involving a merman, Brent Corrigan.
Yeah.
Andy is troubled, however, when he falls hard for Louise. I'm not gonna try. A charming, handsome virgin. Jared and Griff are also having problems as they become a couple and are conflicted over whether to enter the contest. Meanwhile, a trio by the name of Jasper,
Yeah, you got it.
okay, seem to be eager to win the contest by any means. In a subplot, the guys meet Perez Hilton on an airplane. Hilton pursues a young priest to the bathroom. He hits his head and becomes a religious zealot, trying to suppress gay activities. He is later hit in the head again and changes back.
It's still
Why
in the
not?
plot of this,
Right?
huh?
Yep.
Can you go back to that
Yep.
list, though, Kev?
RuPaul is in this movie. I just want to put that out there.
Good.
I want to figure out what the name of the Wayans brothers like recent shit is. Go down a bit more.
Extreme movie.
Yeah, so they did all that. I think Extreme Movie
Haunted
was the
House?
end of it, and then a haunted house. That's what it was.
Oh, that's like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
Aren't
but it's
they
like
doing a
it's
new
Scary
one, though?
Movie again.
Oh, look, 2020, we're getting Not
and then
Funny,
they
the
did,
movie.
They did the 50 Shades of Black.
Ah, yes, they
That's fucking
did.
right. They never
Okay.
stopped. I'll tell you that. Oh, The Art of the Deal, the movie, that was a good one. Pop Star. That was not bad.
Is that a
That
parody?
was not bad.
It definitely is a parody.
It's parodying
Yeah,
like
it's
the
parodying, like-
MTV.
It's parodying
behind the music
culture.
shit.
Yeah. I wanted it to get better, though. I thought Pop Star was going to be hilarious. And it turns out they showed every funny moment in the trailer.
What a surprise.
And you're like, oh,
Fucking
man,
movies.
there's nothing else.
Shonda,
Yes.
what's your topic?
My topic is life changes and how you deal with them.
Okay.
Because we've been going through a lot of changes in our life. We've, first of all, starting a new business. It was in January that I started it.
Good enough for new businesses.
Yeah. Just start fresh at the beginning of the year. And it has been a lot harder than I thought in different ways than I really realized.
So for somebody just jumping in, what is the business you started?
Okay, so I'm a massage therapist. So I was able to negotiate massage at a chiropractic office. So when we hire, so I'm the only massage therapist there now, but when we hire a new massage therapist, it will be under my business side.
Okay.
So it's just like we share a space and we do work together really well. And the chiropractor that I work with is wonderful. We work it really well as a team. It's been awesome to work together. And even though it's my own business, I don't feel like I'm out there all on my own.
Sure.
And I think it's been the same for him, so it's been really awesome. But one thing that I didn't realize would be this hard, I have this amazing boyfriend, Devin.
Yeah.
There he is. He's right over there. I see him. He's been on the show
Yeah,
before.
he is
Devin, come
amazing.
over.
So when I decided to go out on my own, I made a set amount, or not really set, but I knew how much I was going to make pretty much at my old job. But when you start a business, you have no idea how you're going to do when you first start. So it was just kind of this gamble. And so we talked about it and we decided, okay, this is a good plan. We need to do it. And so kind of stepping back and letting him be the breadwinner for a while was way harder than I thought it was going to be.
Harder financially or harder emotionally?
Emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's been great. In the first parts, I thought, well, maybe I won't have a lot of, if I don't have a lot of clients coming in right at the very beginning, I might need to get a second job. And he was amazing. He said, absolutely not. I'll get a second job if I need to. And that was really wonderful. But dealing with that and not being the breadwinner was harder than I thought it would be. I didn't ever think. I got my first job when I was 12, and I kind of like paid for my clothes and stuff. It's not illegal if your parents work there as well.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
a sweatshop.
Yeah.
They ran a sweatshop in New Mexico.
Yeah, you can, and then you can legally, without your parents being there, you can start working at 14.
Okay.
And then,
Lemonade stands.
yeah.
Drugs.
So I actually worked at a used car dealership when I was 12.
Were you selling cars? Please tell me you were selling cars.
No,
I
no.
gotta tell you, that's a 2008.
Were they having you like
Fantastic.
detail the cars? Like you're going down there and getting things
No,
off from underneath
so
the seats
I
with your little
worked
hands?
at what's
They were just
called
"There's
a
something underneath
tote the
car.
note
Get
lot.
Get
A
it.
tote the note?
Yes.
What is that?
So that is for so people who don't have really great credit, like can't just go to the bank and get a loan. So they need a place that they can come that it's like a lot higher interest rate because they have to build their credit back up. They have to, be trusted again with this credit. So it's a lot that the actual car dealership carries the note, and they have wreckers on staff so that when you don't pay it, they just come get the car immediately. So
That's a good business model for them.
yeah.
'Cause they're basically selling you a car, and then a month later, they're like, well, I'm just gonna take that car back, Repo Man style.
Yeah, basically. And these repo guys are not shy.
They made a
fuck
movie out
around.
of it starring Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was him or Charlie Sheen, but yeah, I do remember.
I still remember to
yeah,
this
yeah.
day one of the repo ladies, Randy. Oh my gosh.
Don't fuck with
Scary.
Randy?
No. She's scary.
That's a dangerous job, by the way. A lot of
yeah.
people get shot repossessing cars.
Yeah.
People come out hot.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Side note: have you ever met a
crazy.
not hard as nails woman named Randy?
Fuck no.
Never met a woman named
Randy,
Oh,
if you
I
want your kid to
actually
be hard
do
as
know-
shit, name her Randy.
One of my greatest friends' name is Randy. I say greatest. We haven't known each other for that long, but I really feel.
Is she hard as nails though, or
She's not.
Okay.
She's like the sweetest
let's call
person
her
you've
Randy.
ever met.
Randy, I know, was the mom to a couple of my friends or whatever, and like she was like, you don't want to fuck around with this mom, you know? What I
Yeah.
mean?
Randy to
Although
me
I will say,
has-
you mess with one of her cubs.
There you go.
Uh-huh, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. We should do a topic one day, like what are the names that guarantee
Hard ass.
your kids?
Yeah.
Sorry, back to it.
Yeah, so basically what I did was, so there was a storage building. Anytime a car gets pulled in, it's got all this stuff in it. So they have to bag up all the stuff and they have to keep it for, I think, like 90 days or something. I don't know how long. So the people can come get it, their
they wanna come get it,
belongings. Yeah, if they come get it. But a lot of people didn't come get it. They would be embarrassed or they just didn't have the time or it wasn't worth it or whatever. So they had this storage building and some like raccoons or something got into it.
As they like send in the 12-year-old.
Yeah, as they do. Yeah.
They're the same size
and
of
we
the
didn't have
evil
Grandma
match.
Miller there to take care of it. So after it was like trashed, I went up there. My mom like watched me and I like cleaned it up. So they were so impressed with the job that I did that they asked me if I wanted to come back and do
Wait,
some
did you
more
see any
work.
raccoons? You have to find any raccoons?
No. It was daytime, no raccoons.
Okay.
And so I cleaned it up. I did a good job, and I was really eager to work at 12. And so they asked me to come back and like file papers, and then I like did key filing, and I basically did everything there is to do in a used car dealership from the time I was 12 until I was 19, I think.
Did you
Damn.
actually end up ever selling cars?
They let me do it for like one day. It was awful. I was 16 because I was
really
like, come
hard.
on. Every time I'd be like, come on, let me do it. And they would be like, no, that's a terrible idea.
Dude, my
Because it
dad.
wasn't the greatest part of Dallas either.
No, my dad told me a story once. My dad had a bunch of crazy jobs back in the day, and one of them was working at a used car lot. He was a used car salesman. And my dad is like the most honest person
Big
you're ever
Lou.
going to meet. And he is like me, where he just can't like
He can't lie.
No, he can't
He
lie.
can't go against
And he's
anything.
like, I did not last very long. He lasted, I think, a month and a half before they were like, you got to go, dude. You're costing us so much money.
You
I would also
being a
tell
used
my-
car salesman would be the most horrifying.
I would tell everyone to not buy the cars.
You'd
I'd
be
be
like,
like,
don't
cars,
do it.
piece of
Hey,
shit.
go down the street. It's better
Or
deal.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you, good. Kevin, best used car salesman.
Oh my
on the
God.
100%. Kevin
I
would
could
talk
see
you into
that.
buying a
I
Mustang
could see
and
that
tell you it
for
was a
sure.
Ferrari, and you believe it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't think that horse is the same.
He'd make you feel dumb.
Horse. He would.
It's true.
Wait, where are we at? I interrupted you.
We're-
I'm sorry. 19. Oh, so your original question
Yeah.
was how do you guys deal with that? We all went through that level of change as well when we started the business, and I think
Yeah.
for me it was a defining moment in my marriage was that I went through the exact same thing where I was the breadwinner for our family, and I had to have a very candid conversation with my wife where I was like, I don't know how much we're gonna pull in the first year. I think it's gonna be, it might be nothing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And she was like, look, I have faith in you. I know you'll make something great. And if you don't, we'll figure it out. But what was great was it was a very interesting thing to do for our marriage. And I highly recommend it. It was stressful, of course, but it forced us to reprioritize. Right. Our
Yeah.
priorities at that point had been very monetarily driven and very materialistic. And giving yourself a second, even on a personal note, but then if your wife or your significant other is cool to do it as well, of saying like, look, we're just going to shed all that for a second and just focus on the shit that really matters, which is, can we pay our bills? And can we feed ourselves? And can we make each other happy without all that other stuff?
Right.
And once we were able to do that, and then thankfully the business sort of picked up and we did well. We never really had to worry too much about making, exactly. But once that stuff started happening, I think it actually really strengthened our relationship. It's very weird to say.
Well, it's
Yeah.
weird you say that. I mean, like to what you're talking about. Like I'm living that right now in my marriage, right?
That's right. Jen can't work.
Jen moved here in April and legally cannot work still. Like we're still waiting on paperwork from the government. Still
Yeah.
waiting to get that. So it's just like, it's, you talk about like how do you deal with changes in your life, right? Like obviously my life is drastically different than
change.
it was in
Yeah.
February versus what it was in May. But to have have her here after a long distance relationship, be married, be living in a new place in San Francisco, be the sole breadwinner of the house. There's all these different things.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just, like I would hear on Love and Sex Stuff, the hit Kind of Funny show. It's about communication.
It is.
Absolutely.
Right? And that was
yeah.
the biggest thing, I think, where it's like we were out the other day and we were waiting. I doubt Jen would mind me telling this. By the time it's up, she'll never even know. But the other day we were out to eat or something, and we were waiting in a crowded lobby, and I was sitting there talking to her. I was like, we're talking about like this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh well, when you get a job, I'm gonna buy. And she's like, when the government allows me to work. And I was like, oh. Okay, and I joked around about it, and it was clear she was not joking. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know
That's a
that was like a
serious
sore
thing.
subject for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, it's just like I don't look at it as like you don't have a job. I look at it as, man, the government's slow as hell. Fuck.
Right. Yeah. It really is. It's harder than I ever realized it would be. I mean,
So what does
ever.
that entail though?
It just means like I've heard people say that, specifically men, and I don't mean to gender stereotype at
but
all
that's
in any
fine.
way, but especially like Texas is like men
Manly, yeah.
are gruff
There's a lot of
and-
pride built in.
I got a
Yeah.
hat on. There's
Yeah.
a horse.
I got a hat on.
Yeah, and things are changing and growing and everything. But I really didn't. I didn't realize how hard it is to rely on other people. And it's a good thing. It's a growing experience.
It is.
Yeah.
It's you really realize the things you take for granted and the things that you shouldn't take for granted, and just.
So how long did it take you to get over that, or come to terms with that?
Well, I'm still working on it. I'll let
Is
you
that-
know.
I was gonna say, is it still happening? It's,
I'll let you
for us, you started on this. It's as we record this, October. So
Yes.
it's been 10 months of this
It has
business.
been
I
10
wasn't
months.
sure where we were
Yeah,
yet.
but luckily I have been so very fortunate. A lot of my clients actually followed me over. And so starting a business, I didn't lose money, which
Nice,
is
nice.
fantastic. I mean, that's
great.
just,
Step one.
yeah.
It's huge.
So not losing money is great. And I'm growing all the time. Things are getting better. And, one day Devin may not have to work.
Yeah, boy.
Sugar Mama Shonda. Ba, 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 ba.
There it
Yeah,
is.
that rolls off the tongue.
But that's not today.
No, yeah, today he's got to.
Not
he got to.
today.
Exactly.
It's true.
What about how do you deal with your life changes?
I mean, when you brought this topic up, like obviously kind of funny. Everyone knows the story.
Big
but
change.
for me, I
Old
think
hat.
what it comes down to is the biggest changes. It's like when you look at the eras of your life, it really breaks down to me into like, oh, pre-middle school, middle school, high school. What?
That's a weird. That's just
Like
What's weird about that?
if you asked me to
That's
break
just-
down the periods of my life, I would not
Middle
go
school
pre-middle
wouldn't
school. Would not
be.
be where I would even think to draw a line.
I would. I could
I'm
understand.
not
that.
mocking
saying,
you.
No, what I'm saying is
No,
before
I
middle
see it.
school.
I know.
What would you
Yeah.
say before then? Do you remember? Like, I can't really.
life didn't even
distinguish-
begin before high school. Like it just
Well,
it
for
doesn't
me,
exist.
For me, middle school, that's when I count it as beginning.
Well, I
like
would- I
I
would
have
bring middle
memories that I care about that I feel like I was
Sure.
Okay,
in
okay,
charge
yeah,
of my
yeah.
actions in middle school. Anything before that, I'm a dumb fucking kid.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely,
So
okay.
middle school, high school, college, and then IGN, and then kind of funny. And I feel like going through that, it's like life change would be if once you get a new job, like that's life changing. The people that you're around every day completely changes and shifts, and that affects where you hang out, how
Oh,
you
yeah.
hang out,
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do, and all that. But you guys know our story, so I don't want to talk about that. But I think the big thing for me was moving out of my house because I lived with my mom forever, like up until I guess it was a couple of years ago now. But when I moved out, like that was such a big change, and it opened up a lot of doors where it's just like you just feel free in a different way, even though I was never really held back by living with my mom. I was
Sure,
always
but it's
fine with
your
it.
place.
Yeah, and I
different,
haven't had
yeah.
my place until a year ago. Like this is the first time because the one place I was at between that was living with Curran, which was the closest thing I had to like the college dorm experience,
Sure.
where every night it was like we're doing Smash Bros. And we fucking played Smash Bros. And now it sucks. I don't play Smash Bros. Anymore.
I'll teach Gia how to play Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, that'll go great.
Yeah.
But she's pretty nasty with the Wii Fit trainer.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, moving anytime I think is a big life change, and
Yeah.
there's a lot that you need to kind of reacclimate to, and it's so much bullshit that you wouldn't think about. It's like, oh man, I need to buy a mattress. Like, there's nothing fun about buying a mattress.
Nope.
You know, and then you start thinking
Yeah.
about like all the shit that you need to get, or else your place is just empty, and it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
have just basic things that you need.
Now, buying a mattress sucks. Filling the place with new things is cool. If you
yeah,
have
it
money.
is fun.
Tim doesn't like
If you
that shit,
broke,
though.
But like that's
Tim
the thing is like
hates
even
that
if you
shit.
have the money, then it's like you have to buy a dresser, and it's like I like researching TVs. I don't like researching dressers.
Yeah.
You don't really need a research dresser.
Also,
do
I
shit. You got a
have
good
no
one.
No, you
eye
go to
for
West
style
Elm, it'll
at
be fine.
all.
Or you fucking buy one from Target and it breaks.
I love.
That's why you don't buy Target or IKEA.
That's what I told you.
I don't know.
She
I need to
insisted.
just
God damn it,
like,
Gia.
look at a magazine to design things because I can't do it on my own.
Oh, no,
Maybe
I
I
have
need
to-
to hire somebody.
You
I'm
could.
not sure.
You could. Yeah.
I think
Some people have that eye. Like Jen has that eye.
I
right?
do not
When
have
we
that
moved
eye.
in, she was very much like, this will be the colors and it's going to go from this to this. And I'm like, that's fine, cool. I'm down with what. She's like, what do you think? I'm like, you clearly know more about this shit
Yeah,
than
I
I
do.
do.
need
10
that vision.
years.
I'm
That's
like,
what
where can I
saying.
put my Superman paint?
10 years in our
She's
current
like, the
house
closet.
still
I'm
looks
like,
like a
all right.
bachelor pad.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. You just get stuck into it, and then
Yeah.
it just,
I mean,
you just keep
But do
adding
you
the
like that,
shit.
or did that work for you?
I mean, I was fine with it, but I mean, now that we're getting a new house, I'm
Time to grow
older
up.
and I can appreciate things.
the
Yeah.
finer things?
Yes, the finer things in life. I would like a nice place, like something comforting when I come into
Sure.
it. You know, like right now we have like a Batman figurine that came with the
Yeah, you do.
the
Oh, Arkham
yeah,
Knight?
Arkham
Okay.
Knight,
Okay.
the Arkham Knight special edition.
Good figurine.
You know, it's like on our main, like we have a huge shelf
Yeah.
that like shows all our fancy things.
Sure.
And of course, Batman has to
He's
be one
fancy.
of our fancy
That's
things.
fancy.
Yeah, and then we have like some, I don't know, candelabras or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
Fancy.
I think I picked everything out like on one day. I was like, let me just shove some things in this
Well, that's-
shelf and
I mean, that's how I was
Make it
I was
seem like
I think in
I'm an
older
adult.
places. It's just like, get it up, it's done, fine. I don't have to think about it. Like when Colin and I lived together, we never we put stuff up on the wall once, and that's how it was the rest of the time with
Yeah.
the blue fucking tape over that one
I can
light
tell
switch
you-
never
I was
turned
gonna
off.
say, I can tell you exactly. I was in that apartment so long. I know I can name at least 3 things you had up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give them to me.
Okay, the Invincible poster
Yeah,
up, right?
of course.
You had the not Emily is Away.
Gone Home.
Gone Home.
Gone Home stuff
The
is
Gone
what
I
Home
always
thing.
thought was
You had the
Rapunzel.
Clementine.
You
I
always
think.
thought was what?
Rapunzel.
Oh, okay.
When I first
Oh no, it
saw
wasn't Clementine. And then you had fuck.
Infamous, the
heart.
infamous poster.
Thank you, the infamous poster
Yeah, the
from
infamous
that
stuff.
Nigs did.
Yeah, that makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We put that shit up when we first moved in,
Yeah.
really, and never really ever did.
I mean,
anything
that
else
was
with it.
very good decor for what you guys are both love and passionate
Yeah.
about.
Oh, in our bedroom, we do have like a kind of funny shrine.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
What is it, Devin? Oh yeah, we signed your
yeah.
bra. The bra
we
still
have-
just
yeah.
in the bedroom.
It's on a
displayed with pride.
mannequin on the fireplace in our bedroom. And then
This bedroom
Jesus
sounds
Christ, What are you
awesome.
guys doing in this place? I just sleep in
this
my
is
bedroom.
the house we're selling. Would you like to buy it?
No,
I'll look
but
it up.
I kind of feel like I want to see pictures of this bedroom.
I wonder if we have a picture of. Okay.
No, I think like life changes. We talk about life changes. I mean, getting married is a huge life change, and that's something that I didn't struggle with at the time of being married, but getting engaged, I had a lot of problems with. The concept of leaving my singlehood behind.
Yeah.
Right as I felt that I was just starting to come into my own as far as like getting to a place in IGN that I felt good about myself, getting to a salary range that I felt good, fitness-wise good, finally living in the city. And then, of course, I was like, in my brain, I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to date and have fun and just like not care about anything and be independent and just, do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. And then, of course, the third girl I met in the city was the girl that I fucking fell in love with. And I ended up marrying eventually, and I had a big problem.
You're so
with that.
lucky, Nick.
I'm just insanely lucky for sure. But I had a big problem with that, which was that.
Devin's got we got a photo
got a
here.
pic?
Oh, he's got a
I'm-
psych
wait.
case too. Did you see
I
this?
love
You
it.
like psych? Oh, there it is. We got the mannequin.
I'm gonna.
Oh gosh,
I'm gonna have it on the computer in a minute.
that's like a
What?
super
I'm gonna have it
messy
here.
picture.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the it's the mannequin there with the bra signed, and then the kind of funny sticker on the stump where the head should go, and then a Captain America lunchbox and a Spider-Man lunchbox.
Yeah.
Flanking.
That's-
Really
Hell
doing
yeah,
it.
hell
You're doing
yeah.
it.
I can see that gets everybody in the mood in the bedroom.
It's like I
Yeah,
guess
Kevin's
we're
on it.
moving some stuff around and
That's just the
got
photo
a
he did.
curling iron and a roll of tape in there.
Yeah, that stuff's just you
You
don't
know,
worry
whatever.
about that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like overall though, the right mentality to have for life changes is to look at them as nothing but a new door opening and having an awesome
You
opportunity.
gotta ride
Yeah.
the wave, right?
Yeah.
And I think part of my reluctancy to get married was that I was holding so tightly on to the present, and I wanted to control that, and I wanted to keep that for myself, because especially when you're in your early to mid 20s as a guy, for the most part, like a lot of things are in flux and you don't really know where you're at in the world, and you don't really have a good sense of yourself. It wasn't until I sort of took the plunge and said, you know what, I'm going to try this. I think we're going to try to build something new together, that I realized A, I made the right choice, and B, life's always in flux. And you always, like, there are moments where you feel like I got everything on
King
the
of the
top
world.
of the world, and then there are moments where you're like, I think I just got hit by a wave, and I just got to roll with it until it stops pushing me. That's something.
Kevin's throwing it up. here.
And there it is.
There it is. There it is. If you're watching live
That's
or if
creepy.
you're watching
Yeah.
I'm
live.
not gonna lie, that's
That
creepy.
is.
How's that creepy? Why do you have the mannequin? I guess. Whoa.
Whoa!
Boobs.
Yeah.
Head.
I like how you
Yeah.
said, "How is that creepy?" Wait a minute. Why do you have the
Yeah,
mannequin?
well, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys, you and Kevin had a weird ass mannequin forever.
Mannequin.
We
Yeah,
had a
it's,
mannequin.
I
this is
got
like
that
half
mannequin
mannequin.
for Christmas to display the bra.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so
How much
sweet.
space do you have in the
Yeah.
new house?
The new house
It's 8 bedrooms.
is 1,800 square foot, I think.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is we should look into. I'm not making any promises yet, but kind of funny should look into getting you a glass case that can go around it and just put it in a place
Yeah,
of prominence.
that's fantastic.
The one
Like a
light,
shadow
it's
box,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Just
Yeah, we
it's
can do that.
it looks like the bat suit or
like it.
Yeah, there you
Jason
go.
Todd's Robin costume.
That could
Yeah.
be. That could be.
Yeah, you hit a button,
I
comes
think
up.
it's good. That's
Wrong.
So
good.
yeah, I think I was trying to get out of my comfort zone there when I decided to.
With the bra on
Yeah, have you guys signed my bra?
Really?
Yeah.
I just because when you did it, I was just like, this girl's crazy. That's fine. All
no,
right.
I'm
This
not
girl's
normally
crazy.
that crazy.
So hold on.
I think I needed to do something crazy.
Because if you're a new listener, or I don't even remember if we talked about it. Did we talk about it last time Devin was on the show?
I don't think we did.
So we were
know.
in Plano, Texas. If I fucking this up, okay. So we were there for SGC, the first year we
Yes.
ever went, which
Yes.
is the last year of SGC
Yeah.
as its own standalone event. We did a kind of funny meet and greet at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
And yeah, you showed up. A whole bunch of people showed up. It was
Yeah.
awesome. You're all amazing people in Plano, Texas. And
Devin was at a baseball game, so he couldn't go.
and he was super upset. I remember.
I already planned to go.
Well, nobody can hear you, so you gotta come here and not
Yeah.
tell your
You
story.
switch out with me
You
when
can
I
either
gotta
give
pee.
her the fucking moment.
Sorry.
Jesus, Devin.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I love you. It's good. Thanks for coming over. You'll be on Gamescast tomorrow.
Yes.
And this will then tell you when we filmed it if you want to connect all the dots.
I'd already planned a trip to see my friend Sam in Houston months before you guys announced
Yeah.
that you're going, and you announced it. I was like, oh yes, I want to go to that. I look up the dates. I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
really, this is the date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And so,
And we had just become official.
yeah.
Ooh,
Devin
la,
finally
la.
admitted that we were dating.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, it was
You
like
get that full
the
story
first day.
on his episode of GOG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like
Number-
the first 6 months we were dating, he wouldn't admit it.
57?
When
If you put-
actually,
It was number 150.
150? Oh, there you
Yes,
go.
number
Nice.
150. Nice
Of course,
round
they
number.
never you were like, I don't know. Today, Kevin was like, "What episode's this?" We're like, "Oh, but he just
no
admitted it,
idea.
huh? Wow, nice.
Yeah.
All right. You finally
Yeah,
got him.
yeah.
Good.
And so yeah, she went and she got it signed, and I was very thankful. I had my my Arkham Knight book, and she got that signed for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you wrote your girlfriend is cool or something like that. And I was
And
like,
I-
I promise I didn't tell him to write that.
I know. And I first
because
saw
he
it,
had
I
like
was like,
finally
it's the first time I've seen
admitted.
it.
Oh, so, on
Yeah.
paper from
'Cause I've
Tim
been,
Gettys.
I've been single for a while, and
Yeah.
I got out of a
that's
relationship,
funny.
and then I kind of just wanted
Yeah.
to be.
I'm going
on-
to take
on
credit
my
for your
own.
guys' love story.
Wow. All right.
I'm
Absolutely.
going to do it right here, right now.
So wait then.
Thanks,
so when
Tim.
you show up, when did you say in your head, "I'm gonna have them sign my bra"? Then
Oh, like
while you're wearing it, to be clear.
as soon as I saw you were coming to Dallas,
okay.
Devin just showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh, awesome! I'm gonna have them sign my bra."
And you said,
I said, yeah, go ahead, but not thinking, oh, I'm gonna have them sign the bra that I'm wearing, which
Yeah.
"Well, I didn't
don't
say that.
care.
I just,
yeah.
I mean, I thought that it was implied."
yeah,
You'd think so. You would think so.
You would think
Yeah.
that was my mistake. So
He was like, "Yeah, that's a great idea."
And then
I
he
was like,
sees
yeah,
all these
awesome.
photos, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
again, I don't care. It was funny, but she
Yeah, it
did
was a
send me
good
the
time.
pictures, and I was like, oh, okay, this is how you did this, and I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Now it's on the mannequin in there. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it is.
So
There
so
you
you
go.
said that you wanted to do something crazy. Why?
I had just been stuck for a while, I think.
Yeah.
Because I went through a divorce,
Okay.
and then I didn't realize I wasn't okay for like a long time.
Sure.
I thought I was fine, but divorces are really hard.
I know.
Yeah, and then
So wait, you did the traditional Midwest thing like I did of like, hey, we've done this. For me, it was we graduated college. We've been together. Now it's time to get married.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind
okay.
of. You do steps, exactly how you're supposed to, and you don't have to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We all learn that at different times.
Yeah, yeah. And so, going through the divorce, and I kind of I had to kind of break out for a little while because I was trying to be this certain person and realizing that I don't have to be this person that everybody expects me to be.
Sure.
And I think I'm still there. I was trying to be just this perfect person, and then realizing that everybody's not perfect people, and we all are individuals, and that's wonderful. And
so does that for you? You don't have to be this person or who people expect you to be. Does that translate into like you playing video games, or does that? Because and I don't mean to. I get like you were talking about earlier. I'm not trying to gender stereotype, but I'm just trying to get in a box what that means to you.
No, video games was something I did since I was very young. My brother and I, we actually got a Nintendo from our dad when we were little, and it was something that we could play together. And when my dad wasn't around a lot, it was something that reminded us of him. My parents were actually divorced for 3 years and then got back together.
Okay.
So, which is very rare, and they're still together now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it
like
is.
the movie Liar Liar.
It's like that.
A parody movie.
It's like that.
Exactly the same too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I made a wish. But I forgot what I was saying actually.
I was asking. So you said you realized you have to be who you thought people wanted you to be.
So yeah, that was something. So the video games was just because that was something that my dad got me started on.
Okay.
I actually got out of video games for a long time because I got addicted to Ultima Online.
Oh.
You guys
remember
remember
Ultima.
that?
I didn't fuck with it, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know
of
of Ultima.
Yeah. I think I flunked a semester of college
Nice.
because of that.
Yeah.
And
That's how that goes.
so that's
Sure,
how that goes.
sure.
So I was out of video games for a long time, and then I met Devin, and he kind of got me back into them. He was like really excited about things, and I was like, yeah, I forgot how fun this was. And then I started playing a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how fun this was.
Yeah.
And so and now it's great because it's something we can really bond with.
Yeah.
It works out really well.
So
And
then,
it's fun.
so what are you doing right now then? Do you feel? You said you got divorced. You didn't feel like yourself. That you didn't realize you were hurt for a while.
Yeah.
Are you over that hump now? You're
Yes.
You're in a great place.
I will never go back in that box.
Okay, good.
You know?
You're always going to be you.
Yeah.
Good.
So the first thing I did, I bought a motorcycle.
What kind of
What
motorcycle?
a badass.
It's actually it was a Hyosung Aquila or a Kia. I still don't know how to pronounce it.
No idea.
Nick's
but-
blank. He's got nothing for you.
I sold it. It was a little 250, but it was a V-twin, and it was like a bigger 250. So, because I think
Oh, shit.
that brand, the 600 and the
Oh,
250 are the
Jesus.
same
This
bike.
is a good looking bike.
Yeah, mine was orange and black. Her name was Lola. Yes,
black.
See,
There
that's
there's
she
a
her.
show, girl.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Kevin's preparing to
I
show.
don't know if this is true, but when I looked it up, it said
Lola.
Lola means heartbreaker. So
I
was like,
understand
yeah.
that. My thing is the little salsa dancer emoji.
Yeah.
I call her Lola.
Yes!
She looks like a heartbreaker.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Totally
yeah.
makes sense.
And then I decided to have you guys sign my bra.
So
I
this is-
tried to
we're
learn
part
the
of your
other
like.
C squared.
Nutty, we're part of your quarter life crisis.
Yes,
Like, I
yes,
need to be crazy.
exactly.
Just for clarification,
Yeah.
I literally was like, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Right as you were saying, well, it's funny you asked why I had you guys sign my bra. And then I came back and you're like, then I bought a motorcycle, and that's why I had you guys sign my bra. I was like, okay.
That's how it
Great
goes.
story.
A to B.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right
Great
there.
story. Great
Yeah.
story.
Change is tough.
It is
and I
tough.
think and I think you have a great outlook on it, Nick. You talked about there, just like that's what life is. You
It
know what
is.
I mean? You got to just take it for the lumps. You know what I mean? Is when I talk about my cancer story, right? I'm always like, the first time when I get diagnosed, I was very much like, not excited, but I'm like, all right, cool. It's a story to tell.
It's something
Not
happening.
knowing how bad I was about to get, but like, hey, it's something that'll be
Right.
part of my
Right.
journey or whatever, and that's what it all is. Every experience you have and everything else. I think dealing with any of them is just being true to yourself, right? Making
Yeah.
sure that you're making yourself happy, not at the expense of others. I would
Absolutely.
think would be the answer. Yeah. Also, Tim sucks.
It's true. Wow. God, I suck
Not
so
true at
bad.
all.
Jesus,
It's
I'm
very
sorry.
true.
Thank you,
don't
Kev.
suck, Tim.
Thank you, Kev. Kev, you just got married. You just went on your honeymoon. Are you experiencing? How do you deal with life changes?
I don't know. Doesn't seem like too much changed. We living like we were married for the last like 5 years. So
But now she gets half your stuff all the time.
she had all my stuff to begin with.
True. Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
at any point she'd be like, "Hey, I need $1,000," and I'd be like, "Oh, here you go." She never did it, but she could have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do know what you mean. I do know. What you
Yeah,
mean.
see, Kevin, you and I are in the
Many
same boat,
times,
right? Where
yeah.
you and I lived with our significant other, and we're with them for a very long time
Yeah,
before
beforehand.
we decided to get married. And so,
So-
that was like, that I actually,
That's a good idea.
I think it is
Yeah,
a good idea.
absolutely.
I think it's a good idea to have some level of commitment before you do that. Like, I think just to protect yourself, I think it's good. Like, we got engaged. We talked about it a lot right when we got back together. We got engaged. And then I was like, okay, our compromise is I will ask you to marry me. Like, we'll get engaged and then we'll live together for a while. And that's that's where my comfort
That's the
zone
test
is,
period.
right?
Yeah.
And it's not a test period. Just like I back then had to come to terms with, like, I can't deal with this much change all at once.
Yeah.
So I just need to kind of ease into it and kind of go with it. And then we lived together for I think 2 years, and then got married. And I was like, or at least a year, and then got married. It was a year and then
Yeah.
got married. And I was like, cool, nothing. Like I remember I told the story before where I came home the first night after work to my house where my wife was at, and I was like, I had my key out, and I was like, oh, here we go. And I walked in, and nothing was different.
She had the rolling
Yeah.
pin or hair and color. Where
Oh
have you been?
I was
Yeah.
like, a mom?
I'm thinking us all.
That's so
Yeah.
funny because I feel like everyone says that. It's like, oh, nothing changed. It's the same, whatever.
doesn't.
My friends James and Missy, they're the exception to that rule. Like, I mean, I guess I've heard them say it both ways, but it's like they're the first people I hear them refer to, oh, my husband or my wife. And they'll say something like, it's different now, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird.
It's not different.
And they've been together 10 years. Like, it's
I milk the
Yeah.
shit out of saying my wife all the time on like social media. Super excited about
No, I've
that.
noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are both married and unmarried, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, prior
Married.
spouses.
No. I did have a prior spouse, but Devin has not, that I know of.
Wait, what?
But
Oh,
So,
so
wait,
you're.
we-
you were married. He was not. He is not.
I understand what you're saying. Now I understand.
we are both married and unmarried. Okay, so legally we're kind of married
Yeah, I like the name of that. That's a good channel. You ever want to make YouTube videos?
because
Kind of married.
yeah, we're kind of married. We have signed an affidavit of common law.
Okay.
So we are married,
Okay.
but we didn't even go to a courthouse or anything to do this.
Yeah.
So it was really weird when we signed all of our papers and they would say husband and wife. We're like, oh yeah, that's us. That's us. And they asked us our anniversary and we were like,
Arkham Knight's released.
It was a Wednesday, I think.
A Wednesday.
We're going to have to look that up. Sorry about that, but
fine.
we don't know when our anniversary is. So we're both married and unmarried.
Okay.
We still call each other boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's hot. Just because it's like, youthful. It's fun.
But
Don't you feel like when you start calling someone your wife, you're like, oh, I'm an adult now.
yeah, we
You
don't
know?
take each other for granted.
I refuse to acknowledge it
That's
till
the
you're married.
romantic way I'd like to say it. We just don't want to take each other for granted.
You shouldn't.
It's just so fucking weird. The living together thing is interesting because I live with
Yeah.
Gia now. I've
Yeah.
lived with her for a year.
You love it.
Can't imagine it any other way. Like that's just like cool. This is life, and I feel like maybe it's a San Francisco thing. Maybe it's just a 2017 thing. Whatever it is, like the whole "don't move in together till you're married." That's like a foreign concept.
That's long gone. I think.
Like
right?
Yeah, that
it's,
seems-
it's just like that. I
that
don't know
seems crazy to
anybody
me.
that didn't. Well, I guess James and Missy. This is
In-
the first time they live together.
In
But
Texas,
Really? Well, that's why everything's different.
no.
Well, yeah, that's
No,
100% why
huge reason why
everything's
everyone
different.
feels,
Yeah,
everything
that's
feels
true. That's
different.
true.
Wait,
That's
James
true.
like, I
You're
can't watch
fucking
Raw
right.
and fart all the time.
They-
I know, it's
they
crazy.
moved in,
I was
like,
trying to
a couple
masturbate
months
constantly.
ago,
She
right?
tells me to stop. My
I
parents
go
are
out
here.
there and whip baseballs in the garage. Gets
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, it's new. Like it's very, very new.
We love you, James.
But everyone else, yeah. I mean, they've lived together for years before
Yeah,
they got. I
absolutely.
mean, Kurt and Shar lived together like
Yeah.
5 years
yeah,
at this
I
point.
think in
They've been
Texas
married.
it's just recently become not like this
really?
thing if you live together before you're married.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing. But the one thing I want to bring up about that is talking about life changes, like the topic. Not something that I had to deal with, but something that I hear Gia talk about a lot when we're talking about these type of things. Is she lived with a boyfriend, like a previous boyfriend, that she was with him for 5 years.
Yeah.
They were young, like so. This is like fresh out of college, whatever.
Terrible idea.
That timeline might not even be right. It might have even been before that. But she always talks about how that breakup was so like the biggest like life fuck of all time.
Sure, it's a pain in the
because it wasn't just it was a pain in the ass, and it's not just a breakup and oh shit, like what's this mean for our friend
Basically a
circles and whatever.
divorce.
But it's like now
Yeah.
we need to move out, and this needs to be this whole thing.
Yeah.
And like she always talked to like when she moved her from the last place to the place right now, it's like it was hard for her to move.
Yeah.
Which was interesting to me.
My wife had a very similar thing, and which is why one of her conditions of us sort of like rekindling our relationship was that she's like, I won't live with you until I know that you're serious about like moving forward with me. Which sounds like an ultimatum, but when you put it in her perspective, like it's just a safety mechanism, right? 'Cause she had lived with someone who,
Yeah.
and it went bad. And I don't want to say specifics, but it got to a place where it was a very toxic relationship, and she was just like, I won't do it again. I won't, I can't put myself in that position again to try to kind of start to form this life with someone who's then going to like just be absent in it. Right?
Yeah.
And she looked at me and was like, I know that you're not fully committed to this, and we need to either do the work that gets you there, or at least do the work to figure out why you're not, and maybe I'm not the right person for you, but you owe it to yourself to at least put that in. But I owe it to myself to not put myself in a bad situation that could just be rinsing and repeating history. Like there's one thing my
Yeah.
wife really is good at is she does not relive history. Like she learns from her mistakes and she moves forward. And I think that's given me sort
Yeah.
of like the mental tools to deal with that, to move forward as well.
We had to have some serious talks with being able to sell my house. Because that was a big deal. Because I was lucky in my divorce. I always owned my house before I met my ex-husband.
Oh, so you got to keep it. It was outright.
Yeah,
It's
it was
yours.
mine
I
from
don't
the
know
very
Texas
beginning.
law,
I
but-
never had to. I mean, he could have fought me on it, but I mean, he wouldn't want to because then he'd have to pay for it. And so it was never an issue. So selling my house was, a thing that we really had to talk
gotta do
about
it.
and decide, like,
I had
this
to-
is a big deal.
Not to put it in the same terms or comparison, because obviously selling a house is a huge deal, but getting a good apartment very cheaply in San Francisco is a huge deal. And I used to live in a 2-bedroom apartment in Nob Hill for $1,900, which to some of you might sound expensive, but to anyone who's lived in San
Some of
Francisco,
us sounds amazing.
sounds fucking amazing. And my roommate at the time, a big old Ty Root, moved out. He was like, I'm leaving. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting engaged. She can just move in here. It's $800 a piece for this. And she was like, no, I think we should go find our own place. And I was like, I really don't want to do that, right? That's such
Devin.
a big, because I was like, but also, I mean, like for the most part too, a lot of it was like, you're taking this big leap. You're giving up your rent-controlled apartment in San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And you're moving in with someone, and if it goes
feel
bad,
you.
you're never gonna $1,900, Tim. Two
I
bedrooms,
can't
I know.
even fathom
fully
that.
refurbished. Like Ty's mom as
It was refurbished?
Ty's mom. You know how she's as a
real
gift,
estate mogul.
as a gift. Was like, hey, I'm gonna contact your landlord, and I'm gonna redo the floors, paint everything, and so we walked in. It looked like a brand new place.
Oh my God. I always thought that was the silver lining of your story. Because obviously the old place, the old studio colonized old place,
Yeah.
it was a dump. And so when we were leaving it, and I was totally could justify paying more in rent with, leaving with Jen. I'm starting a new life. This is my wife. Let's get our own spot. Our apartment's fucking sick and awesome, and I love it. It's so amazing.
Sorry, let me rephrase. The walls looked good, the floors looked good, but the second you left, it was still a fucking demilitarized zone in the hallway. Like everyone else's apartment. The people who owned the building were like, no. The guy literally, when I signed the lease, totally illegal, was like, listen, I'm never gonna raise your rent, but don't ever fucking talk to me. Like anything goes wrong, I don't want to hear about it. Like plumber, problem, anything, you call it, you
Honestly,
fucking figure it out.
love that. I love fixing stuff myself. It drives Devin crazy.
Go,
He
I lied
doesn't want
this
to fix
guy.
anything.
I was like, totally. And then we fucking totally called him every month. I
Really?
was like, this thing's broke. You got to fix it. He's like, well, I was like, it's illegal for you to have
See,
said
I'm
that.
all about that. I'll take the fucking deal because fixing it myself is easy.
Yeah, I like to fix
Kevin?
things.
He'll do it.
Well, that's fair. But no, I mean, it was difficult. It's not like your place now, which is stunning and definitely worth the money that you're paying for it. My place was it was great, but everyone else in the building, there was a dude that lived in the very first apartment. So right when you walked in, he'd lived there for I think maybe conservatively 20 years, and he was a pack-a-day smoker. So you would walk by and be like, oh, you'd look in the windows, the glass of the
tar.
windows were yellow,
Oh,
and it was
no.
disgusting. And there were families and stuff like that. At one point, I remember walking up the
That's
stairs,
rough.
looking out. You know in San Francisco how you have the stairs where there'll be a window that goes like a fire escape.
Yeah.
that was gone. It was just an open air space.
There's one loose stair blowing in the area.
And the guy was like, "Hey man, we have a laundry room, but you can't use that."
Really?
I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "You just can't." And I was like, "Okay, fucking cool."
$1,800, man. Is that what you said?
$1,800, yeah. I think
Dang.
actually eventually it was 19.
100.
Yeah.
No, eventually 19.
know,
Good
I know.
freaking lord.
It pissed me off, and it was top floor, and it was super quiet. And the neighbors
Wow.
downstairs were they were an older couple that were taking care of their grandfather, and he would go to bed underneath mine at 9 o'clock at night. That was the only problem though, living above someone, because I've never lived above someone before. So if I would walk around for I'm up till 1 o'clock in the morning. We're playing games, and me and Ty fucking around, and he would get pissed. He would just start banging on the fucking ceiling. They would come up and knock all the time. So that was a little annoying. Well, eventually I was like, what are you gonna do, old man? I'll break your fucking hip.
Damn.
No, I didn't say that to him. I didn't say that.
Wow.
It was actually
Old Nick
it was actually
Scarpino
his son
fucking
that would
around.
come up, and his
That's
son
his
was
life.
a big dude. So I was always trying to be respectful of that, but it wasn't ideal. That old man is dead now. Time takes us all.
Nick, what's your topic?
My topic is, what are some things that are not acceptable to do beyond the age of 30? I'll start this
Give me an
conversation
example,
off.
Nick.
I'll give you an example, Greg. We were going to lunch the other day. It was me, Big Timmy Styles, Andy, the K-pop Cortez, and JoJo.
No narc?
Cool Greg was there too.
Oh, the narc was there.
Well, Cool Greg just blends in sometimes. You can't remember. In my brain, Cool Greg
Don't do
Greg is
that.
always there, always in the back, always
Yeah.
right out of my vision, just protecting the watchful night. He's the Dark Knight. And I saw a dude that was got to be in mid-30s skateboarding, and I was like, I got to be honest with you, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
can't-
anymore.
you can't handle that one?
No, thank you. You're done, sir.
What kind of skateboard was it?
It was like a legit. I've been skateboarding forever. I'm
Okay.
embedded in the
Okay.
skateboarding culture. I am a skateboarder. If you give me a car or a skateboard,
Nick
the skateboard
Scarpino.
is my preferred method of transportation down this here
Okay.
Ocean Avenue.
Okay.
Right. The hat, the socks that were pulled up. Dickie
Now you're
shorts,
losing me.
but
Now you're
socks.
losing. Okay.
Just very
Okay.
much
Okay.
So you look like a
Does
skater.
it matter if it's an electric skateboard or a regular
First off,
skateboard?
no one should use an electric skateboard. Just putting that out.
These
You
these
look
are
like an
new.
idiot. You look
I
like a
found
dum-dum.
out about these yesterday. I didn't even know they existed. So
Welcome to the Bay Area.
yeah.
Sean Finnegan's above 30. We have
So this is
we have
him.
our first culprit.
See, here's my thing: is if you're
We have our first offender.
if you're on the skateboard and dressed like a skater, like you look like Bam Margera, you look like Jeff Ramsey. All right. I'm gonna be all right with that. You're supposed to be skating.
Sure.
It's the ones that are on the skateboard that are in the shirt, tie,
just adopted it?
the slacks, and then they've got the helmet, they've got the elbow pads, they've got the knee pads on over their dress clothes, and I'm like, no, sir, in the financial district, just fucking walk.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Those dudes on the electric ones, they're just looking out for their safety. I don't understand. I've seen Sean motherfucking Finnegan. I've been driving to work, and I see him across that scary-ass street that's scary to drive with a
Skateboarding
car.
across that shit.
Fucking on his electric skateboard, nothing. No helmet, no anything. And I'm like, you're a crazy person. I don't
As
fuck with
a
that.
wise man once said, fashion over function.
I understand
Checkmate.
that.
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
It was Tim
Those
who said
things
it.
go
There's
fast,
nothing
though.
fashionable about
Tim.
the fucking electric skateboard.
Sure.
Like, you don't look cool. Like,
don't.
You just
For the
don't.
record,
don't.
if we can drop the gag for a second, if I can, wear protective gear. I'm just saying, you look like a huge fucking
Always
dork
wear
if you're in your
protection.
fucking shirt
For the
and
record,
tie.
do whatever
Always
you want to do.
wear
I'm just
protection.
giving people shit that skateboard after 30.
Oh, well, no, this whole
if you
topic
wanna
clearly
skateboard,
is like,
fucking skateboard.
I'm sure a lot of people are like, fucking, don't wear printed tees. Don't,
no,
don't
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about dicks and
Yeah, yeah,
pussies
yeah.
all day.
That's fair. It's
Don't
true.
have internet celebrities sign your bra.
There,
but
that's-
here we
that's
are.
Fuck the norms, man.
That's
Fuck the noise,
just
man. The
fucking
chosen
norms.
few.
It's gonna be the chosen few, son.
Now,
Subscribe.
the key is,
Like,
though, it's
share.
like over 30, like, you shouldn't refer to skaters as skateboarders. I think that is
Oh,
thing number
okay.
one.
What do we call them?
Nick.
That's-
skaters.
No. Above 30, I call them skateboarders because that is the actual term
That's
they're
different.
called.
That's different.
Skaters, I'd
Okay.
be a fucking, you'd be like, what a fucking poser. Cool Greg, pull his fucking man card or whatever. the
Have
hell
you
Cool
have
Greg
you
does.
seen Cool Greg skate?
Is he good?
I mean, it's not
have.
that he's good. He's not one of those like fucking doing tricks and shit. He uses
not doing
it as,
tricks,
it's
yeah.
transportation. You know,
Cool Greg to me is
And
kind
he
of like
looks
one of those
fucking
characters
cool.
from
But he's
the
also about
Gorillas.
30, nowhere near 30.
No.
Well, hold on.
He just reminds me of
Wait. Cool Greg reminds you of one of the characters from the Gorillas.
Yeah, remember that? You know that band?
No, I know him.
Yeah. You know, there's
David
one character
Albert.
that's just kind of there, just chilling.
Yeah,
Just chilling. They look like skaters.
2D is his name.
One of the
2D?
first times
Look up 2D, Kev.
I
2D.
ever hung out with Cool Greg outside, and he wasn't even working here yet. We went to the marina for something you were doing or we were doing down there. And yeah, he brought a skateboard and he would just skate in the streets beside us while we walked
There
and
you
talked. That's what you think
so-
Cool Greg looks like.
Kinda. He has that spirit.
I'll give you the spirit of this
Okay.
man is the spirit of Cool Greg.
What's
Okay.
funny is Cool Greg reached out to me the other day, right? And he was like, yo, man, you going to any open mics? Can I come with you? And I got nervous. I was like, Cool Greg wants to hang out with me. Like, what do I do? I was like,
It's pretty
man. I was
intimidating.
like, I'll play cool. Yeah, do whatever. Like, you know, I'll be
Yeah,
here. Like,
what's up,
whatever.
player?
And then the other night, again on Sunday, I was like, he reached out. He's like, yo, you hitting those open mics up again tonight? And I was like, play cool. I was like, yeah, man. And then I gave him a schedule of times that he can show up for things. And I was like, yeah, show up at like 7:30 if you want to go to this one. He's like, yeah. And all he gave back to me was, yep. I was like, okay, I don't know if he's coming to this. Hour and a half into the first, like the punchline, which is a real show, he's like, yo, I'm here. And I'm like, I don't know if I can get you in. I got super nervous because, you know, I can't break rules.
Yeah.
But eventually I just walked out, grabbed him, and like brought him in. It was super fun. We had a great time.
I didn't know he came this week.
Yeah.
That,
we went to Milk Park
that
afterwards.
makes me feel better because I get jealous when I look at the Instagram and I see you and Cool Greg hanging out, and I'm like, is Cool Greg so on Nick at Night, the Instagram story series from Nick Scarpino, that he's seeing Nick be like, well, I'm sorry, I was gonna say seeing Nick, but really seeing Nick like do this thing. Where Nick looks out of the camera and he's like, I'm gonna go here and do this fucking thing. And
it's
he
funny.
goes and does it because you did that, right?
That's what me and Gia did.
Yeah.
I want to do this, but I also
go.
don't want
We
to
need
watch
to
Instagram
go-
stories.
We
this
need
hard.
to go to
My-
the punchline. It's awesome.
My thing is, I feel like I'm putting you guys out if I invite you to extracurricular stuff that I view as quasi work, right? Like when I do the stand up stuff and I vlog about it, I kind of feel like I'm still at work. So I don't want to put you guys out of like making you feel like you have to come contribute to this stupid vlog
punchline's
series that I'm
fun as
doing.
hell.
But you should come next
I
Sunday.
would love to come.
You and Jen can come. You guys come
Sure.
to Punchline. It's fucking
They
hilarious.
don't
Don't
serve
do
wine
this
in the can,
Sunday.
right?
Oh,
No.
they might actually. But I mean, it's a bar, so she can get
That's
real
a joke.
wine.
It's a joke.
No, it's
Man,
real wine.
that fuck-
It's real wine in cups.
So are you at the Punchline every Sunday now? Is that the deal?
I go to the Punchline every Sunday. So
You don't
just a point of
necessarily perform?
clarification, not every Sunday. And actually, now that I'm saying it, I feel like I'm out of town this Sunday. Let me check. But no, you go. It's the SF Comedy Showcase, which means all the open micers, they'll go there and they just stand there. And there's one dude named Ron, and he's this like clean cut dude. And he walks around and he goes, "You're next." for 2 hours. It is the most nerve fucking racking thing because he'll walk over and he'll like look at you.
And then he's looking
you?
looking right at you, and then
Yeah.
he just goes to this person.
Yeah, he goes,
you're next.
and you're like, oh my god, like it gives me anxiety. And this poor and people rise to the occasion. Of course, there was I forget the girl's name, but she was behind me, and he was looking at me, and then he went, you're next, and she had to follow some guy that just bombed with like 1 minute to prep. Like, get your head together, go, you're going up. But for the most part, a lot of the people that go up have gone up before, and they're either regulars or paid regulars or getting to be regulars at comedy clubs. So they're pretty pro, and he'll just pepper in some of the open micers to give them the opportunity to actually like be on a real stage in front of a real paying, willing audience. It's pretty cool.
These people are amazing, Greg.
They're really good. Like Tim was like, "Are they kind of like you?" I'm like, "No, you'll see." And Tim's like, "Oh, they're way better than you." He's like, "They're on such a different level."
You're
cool,
still
though,
the dark match, and these people they're not main eventers
No,
yet. But
absolutely. No, but they are though. It's like these are.
So Nick's mid card, and there's main eventers.
No, Nick's dark horse.
I'm dark horse.
Still.
I'm
Well,
dark
no,
match.
dark match.
Dark
Cool, Greg,
match,
I need
dark
your help.
horse,
These
you
kids
can't.
don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, still.
I don't know
that's
what any
where,
of this
That's where
is.
he's at. But it's like
entertainment.
But it's funny though because I've been doing enough of these things now that I see how it all works. And Nick is in the upper tier. Like he's like NXT right now.
Okay, okay.
He's not the champ yet of NXT, but he's somebody that people get hyped for. And at any moment, he's ready to move over to WWE.
He's ready for a push.
We're just waiting
Got
for it. Yeah.
Got it.
And the thing is that the punchline, they are fucking funny. And their sets are crafted, and their ability to fuck with people is unparalleled. I was so impressed.
There was a guy, Cool Greg, came in and saw him. I wish I knew his name because I'd give him a shout out. But he riffed on. I don't even know what the setup was, but it was something about the legend of Coors Light, you know, the legend of the Rockies, how they have those commercials. And he went, and he's like, this guy's dead on like musical theater performer, and he fucking went Lord of the Rings lore on this into the audience, and he was like a bard, and it was so. And then he walked up and
Were
he
you there for
ended
this?
it. No, he wasn't. But Cool Greg was. It was so fucking funny. I'm like, oh wow, it was really inspirational to see someone, because you can tell he's been working on that bit for like probably a year or two.
That's awesome.
And he nailed it, and the audience really responded to it, so it was pretty fun. You guys know, I mean, there's nothing quite like getting that response from a live audience. You know, like, this is awesome, but we don't even know. For all we know, Kevin could be out of the room. We went down. No one's watching
Sure.
this.
Good
we don't know.
point. Good point. It's not even recording anything. We're just spilling the gold for no reason.
It's happened before.
Is it a faux pas in the comedy world to somebody bombs before you for you to come out and be like, "Whew, that was rough, huh?"
No.
And like make fun of the guy who just fucked up everything?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I think it's comedy. Anything goes. Anything to
It's
get the
just a
audience
part of
back.
it.
You're there for the audience, is how I look at it, right? You're there to provide, like, the way I look at it is, with all the shit that's happening in the world, right? With all how fucking crazy our world is, shit's on fire, hurricanes, you're giving 200 people the opportunity to walk into a room, and we can make light of all that stuff. Right, you can take a little bit of load off their stress in the day, and they just get to laugh at things. And so you're there for that. They're not there for you. You're there to service them
Good
and
point.
to make them laugh.
Yeah.
And so if someone eats shit in front of you, fuck yeah, tear that guy up.
Gotcha.
Maybe. I mean, don't do it in like a dick way, but like you can make reference to it too.
Okay.
Actually, the last time I went up, because everyone's friends, that guy did that bit, it killed, and then everyone after him make fun of him for it because they're like, you fucking nerd.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
the
yeah.
nerd, you know.
Oh, did you do
It was-
that? Or you didn't go
I
up?
didn't go up, no, but everyone else was making fun of him for it,
Gotcha.
so it was good.
So things I think you shouldn't do after 30, start a comedy career.
Damn. You beat me to it now.
Burn.
No, we love you.
wasn't
That's so
bad.
proud of you.
That's
We're so proud of you.
100%
Shut up. It's not fair at all. Fuck
It's
you.
true.
It's
This
never
topic
too
is
late.
mean-spirited to begin with.
It's never too
You
late.
just hate skateboarding.
Just be you, no matter how old you
That's because my
are.
mom wouldn't let me do it because my
Yeah,
brother broke his
that's the
wrist.
thing is at the end of the day, this all comes back to Nick is scared to skateboard.
No,
Yeah.
I just feel like there are some things that like, and it's a generational thing, of course. If we want to skateboard. I have no problem with skateboarders, but I look at them and I think this is something that, like when I was growing up, you would do until you were about 20, and then we get into college, and then if you were still skateboarding, we'd like, dude, what? Get a car. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and I'm also from Southern California, where you can't really skateboard to things. You can't skateboard to the mall in fucking Riverside. That's
True.
like 20
Yeah, I
miles.
know.
I remember when I remember when skateboarding. Obviously, Ninja Turtles brought skateboard to another level.
Yeah.
And I had always been enamored with skateboarding after Back to the Future. And so I remember when I got a skateboard, and it was the wrong kind, but you get it. You're like, whatever. You can't be. It was the one that had
Yeah,
like the giant
the 80s
dickhead,
style.
and it came out like that. I'm like, this is an ugly ass skateboard. But we had a gravel driveway, so if
Oh,
I was
God,
gonna
yeah.
fucking practice, I'm out in the street looking like a goddamn moron. All the neighbors out there
Yeah.
looking through the blinds, look at this fat kid. They're like, I'm like, you know what I mean?
I love your body. They just loved it. They like it was so smooth.
And so I didn't do it much. I didn't skateboard much.
You weren't a
Yeah.
Legend of Dogtown?
No, it was not.
No.
a
You weren't one of the
legendary.
Z-Boys?
I wasn't there. I rode a lot of mountain bikes.
I'm gonna throw this out there though. A couple other things for you. I just want to gauge your guys' opinion on
Throw
this.
it out there.
basically. Inline skating after 30.
Inline skating, never okay.
I
love
feel
that.
like inline skating, yeah, it's just
Honestly,
dead.
I still
nailed it.
have my inline skates.
But do you
you do.
use them?
Never, but I will not get rid of them.
I remember them being a big deal, like when we were growing up. Everybody
Yeah.
had the rollerblades.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody was about it. And I remember we've talked about this before. Maybe it was, I think it might have been Colin, of like going to the rink and you had like fucking tape down your bolts
Yeah.
because everybody like roller rinks were so terrified that this fucking popular thing was going to ruin their floors, and then
Yeah.
they just went out of business like they deserved to. The pieces of
Brick
shit.
and mortar bullshit. What about the bike, the smaller bikes that the ruffians around the
Tricycles.
neighborhood roll around?
BMX bikes.
Yeah, like BMX bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do that after 30?
After 30?
Yeah, dude.
If you're like professional, sure.
Yeah.
If you're just going
Sure.
out for a
Why
bike
not?
ride, no.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, not
Fight.
just a casual bike ride, but maybe just, you have a weekend off.
Cool, Greg.
Go
What's
to
your
the
take on
BMX?
BMX bikes?
I don't know.
Real-
I
Cool,
just say,
bruh. Is it BMX
I just say
bikes?
do you.
After
BMX
30?
bikes are cool.
However old you are.
After 30,
If
cool
you're
guy.
90 and you want to BMX, do it, man. Do it.
BMX is always fucking cool. Period. Inline skating, brink, pinnacle of inline skating.
What was the one, the downhill race with
Johnny Tsunami?
No, remember the inline skating movie with the downhill race? Air,
know.
no.
Brink. It ended really
It wasn't
bad
Brink,
for the
was it?
girl.
No, the one with the Tenacious D. It was like fucking Jack Black was in. He was one of the side characters. Didn't make it down. Seth Green was in it too. I'll look it up later.
Sorry.
Continue the conversation.
When I was a kid, I thought I was going to be a roller skating figure skater. Yeah, I thought that's what I was going
That's
to do.
a very specific
That's
subgenre.
not
So
a
a roller
thing?
skater.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
Okay, no. Well, you
But
could start
I
it,
thought
though.
I was
You
going to
had your
like bring
dreams.
it in.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
had some
XFL.
dope ass rollerblades. They were black with purple accents.
Ooh,
Such a big fan.
that
of
does
them.
sound good. Yeah, mine were black with
my case
neon greens. No, it doesn't matter about my story. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, the host of the show.
Cool, Greg, I want you to come here. Cool, Greg, I want you to come here. You seem like you're going to have some great answers. What should no one after 30 do?
Yeah.
What is not?
What is not? Let's say it this way. Let's narrow it down. What am I not allowed to do anymore? I'm almost 40. What shouldn't I do?
Fuck, man, I don't got no answers for you guys. I'd say, first off, don't paint. All right, skating. That's a definitely no. Even if get out of here with that.
Guess
but,
I'm gonna break a hip.
But like skating casually is a yes. Like if you
But
skating
if
down the street,
you
that's
say
cool. But you trying to go?
I'm not allowed to
actually
go to
make
a
some
skate
moves.
park and be
No,
and like
no,
challenge
no.
someone to
You're
a
not allowed
skate
to go
off.
to the skate park. That's it. Actually, that's it. I think
Do
you
you
nailed it. So
challenge
anything that you could do in a skate park, like
Yeah.
openly,
Go
what is
down
that?
the pool,
Drink
go
in
up the
public,
pool.
those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah.
Can't do that. So
Okay.
anything you do at a skate park, you should just
No
not do.
I
half
feel like
pipe.
drinking in public may be one of those other things that a 30-year-old shouldn't do either.
No, well, I mean,
I don't think
what about like a
that's-
festival? What about a
That's
music
not
festival?
public. That is still like considered quote unquote like you're going to an event. It's private.
private event, right.
I'm talking
Okay,
like
okay.
Vegas. It's allowed. You're allowed to drink. You're hammered on the
No,
sidewalk.
you're
I
not
feel
allowed
like
to
maybe
do. That's-
30 years.
No, that's okay. That's a Vegas. What about like a
is
what
Yeah.
about
What about brown bagging it? You can't brown bag it. on
what
the
about
sidewalk,
no?
right?
You
I
can't
don't
do
think
that.
that's okay ever, no matter how old you
Drinking
are.
in public?
Brown bagging's not okay unless
Brown
you're
bagging.
over 30.
No, come on, guys.
I mean, when you do the four.
Picture like 5 minutes.
I was gonna say, if you can't hear, Cool Greg says I just uploaded a picture 5 minutes ago of me brown bag.
But like point of clarification, Cool Greg. How old are you, Cool Greg?
25.
Yeah, he's 25.
Come back out here, Cool Greg. This is a cool topic. You got to be here.
You got 5 more years until you're 30.
I'm doing it still.
You gonna
I
keep
can
going?
do it
The
still.
thing about Cool Greg, what makes him actually cool, is that he doesn't give a fuck
Right.
what people think is cool or not.
So maybe, but shouldn't you give a
Yeah.
fuck at 30? I don't know.
Not if you're
Get
cool,
it.
Greg.
That's true.
Now my passion pursued.
I mean, I think really you shouldn't.
You did.
I think you shouldn't.
Shouldn't give a fuck.
You
think
shouldn't.
still
I mean,
give zero
okay,
fucks
there's
at
a
30?
difference between like being a nuisance to society and being you. You know, if you're just being you, then be you.
Cool Greg skate that line.
This is a dated reference I don't expect anybody but Nick to get, but Cool Greg's like the Eddie Haskell of like society.
yes, he is.
Where we're like, oh, you're pissing on, all right, though.
Well, we love
Doing
you
it.
anyway.
You're up to shenanigans, you scamp. Get out of here.
love you anyway.
Go do it. Yeah. What about like tailgate drinking?
I feel like tailgate drinking is something that is, I don't know. Yeah,
NFL
you can do
games?
that after.
Yeah,
of course
that's
you
fine.
can. 'Cause you take your kids to that
College
eventually.
games? Oh, yeah, you
barbecue,
take
do the
them, you
whole
get
thing.
drunk,
Tailgating, get
suplex them
Yeah.
a bit, show some things.
Leave them
Get
in the
your
parking
kids
lot
drunk,
after.
it's
Barbecue
fine.
motion, I like that.
Yeah.
I've never been into there's not like a tailgating culture here that I'm aware of.
Well, there was before you guys
Oakland
fucking
and all that shit,
flushed your
Candlestick Park and
studio all
that
the way
stuff.
down. Yeah. Or your studio, stadium all the way down.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah,
Santa Clara sucks. That was a stupid move for 49ers. San Francisco goes in the way of progress when it comes to their sports
Candlestick
teams.
Park had that whole thing, but I never fucking went because I didn't care about that.
I went. It was
But
great.
this
Great
weekend, I'm going to
tailgating
Austin, and my friend's like, we should go to a college football
You should.
tailgating thing. And I'm like, is that a thing that adults do?
Oh, yes, it is.
Is it weird though? Like you're how old are you? 34?
Yeah.
And you still go to Mizzou football games, right?
Yeah.
That seems weird to me.
Really?
It seems weird
What?
like to rage at a Mizzou football game above.
Well, you
30.
rage the way you rage as a 34-year-old when all your friends have fucking children.
Black out
So-
like a week ago.
Not at a Mizzou football game.
That's what I'm saying. So like, is it weird to do that? To like go fucking hard at a tailgate? Like I feel like excessive drinking above the age of 30. I like stub up like. Oh, I don't know.
You
Like,
think you're better than me?
I do think I'm better than you.
I mean,
No,
not every weekend.
the thing about
but-
football tailgates, right? Especially
My body can't handle that.
you've
can't
never
either.
come to one because you won't come with me to Mizzou.
I've never been invited.
You're invited every time. The thing about that is that's different because it's an event, right? It's me and all my college friends getting back
Sure.
together. So it's different than if I was there every Saturday
Yeah.
getting blackout drunk.
Okay.
But even then, it's like you're getting drunk, but you're getting drunk the way a 34-year-old gets when, hey, Poe came down to party and he brought his son. Like, we're not like, "Blah,
you're not going deep
do a
on that
paint
anymore.
can, little Jack. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what we're doing.
Tip him in until he drinks his way out.
It's a different kind, but it's also the thing of the reason college tailgates are awesome is the fact that it's generational, multi-generational.
Yeah, I get
Where
that.
it is
Okay.
that it's me and I go down there to party with my college friends, but we go to their family tailgate, so their parents are there and the aunt and uncles are there that I haven't seen since Parker's wedding or whatever. And it's like this family reunion kind of thing. It's not so much about who fucking cares about the game. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
At that point,
That's
you don't
fair.
care at all about the
That's
game.
fair.
Also, I do wonder about like a small town like Kemp. I haven't been back in years. My parents always come to visit me because they want to go shopping and stuff like that. So I haven't gone back, but I do wonder like their high school football games because that's like basically all there is there. Like how rowdy those actually get.
Sure.
Because again, I was a goody two shoes, so I didn't go to any of the
That's
parties.
the thing when I watch, you
I don't
know, when
know.
I play hit games like Madden, NFL 18, and use the long shot
Great
mode,
game.
Andy. You know, it's like
Long shot.
yeah, long shot, woo.
Sorry, is that the champ? I didn't see him. He's over there. Hey, Andy. It's good to see you. I got nervous.
By the time this publishes, he could be dead. Nobody knows what's happening. When you play that though, there is like the whole town turns out for Friday Night Football, and I'm like, that's weird. That's weird because I didn't grow up in that culture, and that's not at all what it was for us in the suburbs. Of
Yeah,
Chicago.
it was like a big deal.
yeah, well, yeah, Friday Night
Yeah.
Lights.
That's weird.
Varsity Blues. What
That's
up?
always going to be weird to me. That's always going to be weird. Like anytime parents are living vicariously through their children's high school career, that's always going to just be like, that's weird to me.
Not down.
Yeah, mostly because my mom was completely disinterested in anything I did past the age of like 10.
If you're over 30, you probably shouldn't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's stupid.
No.
No.
But to I say, fuck that.
I mean,
I'm gonna live
fuck.
forever.
I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah.
If you're over 30, you probably shouldn't eat curry or any other liquid-based food like that because you're not a fucking baby and you don't eat baby food anymore, do you? Soup, fuck off.
That
Curry,
sounds
fuck
very
off.
insensitive.
Chili,
You sound-
fuck off.
you
All these
sound
diarrhea,
so
puke
dumb.
food, that's what I'm saying.
Chili? You got to go down on chili?
Nobody's on your side.
Nobody's on your
There's-
They
side.
never are on the side of the right history,
nothing.
you know what I mean? Ben Franklin was like, I found electricity, and everybody's like, burn them at the stake, and they did.
We like
And
fire.
10 years later,
Okay.
George Washington.
Okay, this is history right here.
I didn't even bat an eyelash. I was like, yeah, this fucking sucks for
Go.
him, man.
Fuck, man.
His
I
parents'
miss
family
calling.
must have been so sad.
I know, right? That was the one
Set
time.
this straight.
Yeah, that was great.
My topic.
Yeah.
Topic number 4.
Number
It
four.
is, what do you do when you travel? So what are your travel rituals and all that stuff? However, you traveled here.
Yes.
Devin said earlier that you guys brought gifts. I said do it now so people actually watch it. Because when we do them at the end of topic 4, people click off.
too drunk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
And so,
that's true.
did you mic him? Is he using my mic? What's the plan,
He's
Kev?
mic'd.
All right, perfect. All right.
working?
So come on. And you're going to give him out?
I guess so. I don't know.
Let's make sure
He's got a plan here. I
Because he
don't
might
know
have to
what's
go
going
back and get a different
No,
mic.
it's on.
It's good.
To your butt.
Don't touch his butt, Andy.
You can still do that if you want to check.
Okay.
It's,
I'll allow it.
Come on out. Get here. What are you doing? You're giving stuff out. Kevin, do we need to adjust focus or lights or anything?
Yeah, I'll just focus.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right.
Just making sure you're doing your job over there. You know
Well,
what I
come
mean?
Yeah.
back. Come around this way. Come
Yeah.
back this way. We'll have
Yeah.
to adjust focus.
Yeah, because
I
I'm
see, I
saying
understand.
like
You can
when
stay
you're
there.
bending over, that
Oh.
camera is just like straight up your ass. So you might want to.
Don't bend
Put it
over.
on
Put it
over
on the
here.
table.
Bend
Hey.
over.
Bend over. Andy wants to see you bend over. Yeah.
There we go.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That Texas
So-
booty.
Am I?
Yeah, you're great.
You can hear
Okay.
it and
You're
everything's
good.
going.
You're
All
good.
right. Cool.
The first thing we're gonna do is R.I.P. Daniel Dwyer.
Rest in peace, Danny O'Dwyer. Oh, no.
Actually,
Machine.
Shauna, come around. I want you to hand out.
Oh, go ahead. Hand stuff out.
Wait, that is adorable.
If I hand stuff out, I won't have a mic and you're mic'd.
No, it's fine. Come on.
I'll pass it over.
You'll
When you
pass
talk,
from
I'll
the
pass
mic.
it over.
You'll hear from
All
the
right.
We got plenty of cord, right?
Okay.
Corey, I might break.
Devin, talk a little bit for me.
What am I doing?
I have Danny Cat. Is that?
Danny Cat.
Our Irish cream.
Okay. All right.
Take it out.
Okay. Well, these first ones, I guess you don't have to pass out. This one's for Andrea.
Oh, she's on her way. Of course, when you support us on
It is.
patreon.com/.
It is a 3D printed ghost, Destiny ghost.
Oh, should I
Holy
open it
shit!
and show
There's
it
a
to
Destiny
people?
Ghost inside there.
Yeah.
When you come on the show, of course, you get to go to dinner with us. And the busiest lady in the business, Andrea Renee, was thankfully not busy tonight and is coming to dinner with us.
I'm happy about that. I saw her.
Yay.
She crossed the street. She's like, "I'll see you
Oh
guys
my
later
God.
after dinner." I was like,
I'm
Really?
very excited.
I was like, "That's really cool."
We're
I
big Andrea
really
fans
wanted
here.
to meet
Yeah.
Super
Andrea.
cool. She's super cool. Not like Andy.
Yeah.
What? Oh, hey.
Holy shit, dude, that's awesome. How did you guys print this?
Oh, I bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, my apologies.
Printed.
It's magnetic, so it kind of comes apart easy. So I'm gonna
Okay,
put that
that's
back
not.
in
Don't. Let's not fuck with it.
Yeah.
there. All right, so that's for the
We-
people that.
And yeah,
are
you
here.
told me you were getting Danny O'Dwyer, this Irish cat, and then he quit like a quitter quits.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Quit so much as he just left the state.
Fucking quitter, picking his family over us.
So
I saw that.
I guess we
No big
didn't
deal.
open these. There's the other one. Get the other one out real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, man. Ooh.
This is for
Like,
you
Yeah?
and your lady.
There you go.
Cooking
His
with
and
Jen
hers.
and Greggy. All right.
DC
Yes.
aprons.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll wear this one. She'll
There
wear
it
two.
is.
I figured
There you go.
maybe
Mix it up,
maybe
you
a
know?
cooking with Greggy or something one day.
Season 2. Yeah.
Season 2. Or if you don't like any of this shit, you can just give
Well,
it
no,
away
no,
to people.
we love
Throw it
this
to the
shit.
wind.
Oh my god, I would have been a hot Wonder Woman.
Yeah. If there's anything you
touched
don't
you.
need or have two of, we will not be offended if you put it in the grab bag gift pile.
Okay. Did Jean-Yves Saint Ange is arrived?
Oh, how wonderful.
She's coming in there too, by the way.
That's fantastic.
All right, for our resident movie man.
Yes.
Oh shit! Nice.
You got a Netflix shirt? Nice.
That's awesome. Good.
That
I'll
is-
start paying
that
me
is
some money.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
Say flip flop.
What?
Where's Cool Greg?
Andy, swallow your shoe.
Cool-
while you're
Cool
here.
Greg's right here.
Swallow your
for the
shit.
coolest man here
What does it say?
and the freshest.
Here's
Ah!
That's fucking awesome.
Thank you guys.
Hey, I'll trade. You want to now?
It's perfect.
Candy Andy,
Candy Andy. Man, you guys are rocking this
You
for
went all the
everybody.
way.
little taste
Yeah.
of home.
Oh my god!
What is it?
It's spicy ketchup and it's Whataburger ketchup!
Whataburger ketchup.
Okay. This was hard to get here.
Oh my god!
I will tell you that.
TSC does not like ketchup
Yeah.
through security.
Oh, you can't carry it out. It's too many
wouldn't
ounces.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't
Yeah.
even take
you
it.
can't carry
So
it
what
on.
did you do?
So we got walked
We had to
back
go back
through
and check it.
and checked it.
Wow, thank you.
Holy shit. This is all. Thank you so much.
But we know how Whataburger ketchup is, so we couldn't
Yeah,
let you down.
we had to do
Oh
it.
my god.
Joey Noel,
Oh goodness.
we got you the.
Okay, so here's what we know. There was a recent episode that you guys told us what wines you liked and didn't like.
Oh yeah, we made
Here's
it very
also
clear.
what happened. We weren't listening that well. Sorry.
No.
We don't remember. We
got
tried to
you.
go back and find it, but we didn't.
A Moscato.
Yeah,
And
so
since
I got
you
Moscato because it's my favorite.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay,
totally
we're good with
into
that. We're good with
You-
that.
So-
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay's on the
And
non.
this says social networking. So you get your
Don't
little
call
wine
yourself with that.
stopper.
Flip flopper, Nick
Andrea and I had a great
flopper.
discussion about wine.
Andrea does not fuck
Kevin.
with Chardonnay.
Yo!
It was Chardonnay.
lightsaber.
Oh!
Oh shit! I was
What?
thinking about getting a new
Spatula?
There you
I
go.
swear to God.
Lightsaber.
Lightsaber spatula.
We need you
Oh,
to
it's
grow.
Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt too.
There.
I've come to the conclusion that Kevin is the
I
proven
can't,
Eddie
I
Murphy.
can't, I can't be fucking.
We missed you, you piece of shit. Let us enjoy your company.
Fucking hate all of you.
Tim.
Oh,
Yes.
Don't break it down.
Oh hell yeah!
Whoa!
Come on.
And
The
Yeah.
camera.
My dude.
Let's put it back in.
My dude.
I just saw you break it.
That's awesome.
there is one more.
What?
Shonda Austin. I love you. You are everything to me. And I want everyone to know. Will you marry me?
Yes.
I love love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay!
She was like, what? What? That's great, guys.
Oh my god.
You guys are great. You guys are amazing.
So that's the thing.
Show,
What just happened?
come over here and show Sky Cam the ring.
Okay.
Well, I need to refocus the camera, so give me 2 seconds.
All right, well, just then enjoy your moment.
Time for this.
Oh, and Joey's already. Hey, hi, Jen. How are you? We got aprons. We got aprons for them. They're very nice people to us. Come, Devin, come over here. Take my seat. Have it. In,
Oh my
Sit
god.
next to your bride.
This is like big.
That's why you had to get a smaller house.
I guess so.
Should I take this one?
Wow.
Just sit over here.
Kevin, mute his mic. We're gonna do these
I'll
mics.
kill it right now.
Yeah, you can just sit on it. It's fine. They're
I'll
tough
just sit
packs.
on
Can you power it off?
I got it. Just hand me
I
the
feel like I can't breathe a little bit.
Thanks so much. Well,
Now
congratulations.
here's my question for you. Were you at all expecting this today?
No, not at all, actually.
That's nice.
I did, like way a long time ago, maybe in February. I was like, hey, you know when would be a great time to propose? You know, we're spending this money and we're going all the way to San Francisco, so you know it would be a great time. But Devin said he never wanted to get married ever.
He told us that last time.
Yeah.
On the last, he did the last Skype call with us. He mentioned
Yeah.
that. Kev, turn my mic up, or this mic.
So I thought an affidavit was the best I was ever gonna
It
get.
doesn't sound good combined.
Okay, forgot.
Yeah.
Do you want your seat back? I'll just
Pull up here. Greg, you want to sit here? I'll sign to you, and you can tell them what I'm saying.
Right down.
I'm joking.
Nick says he loves me.
I love you, baby.
So you didn't
Guys,
expect it.
I did not expect it. I did not.
I
I-
tried to make sure that she knew that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah?
he was.
Good.
I wasn't trying to be an asshole about it, but I was like,
But he was
maybe
pretty
let's just
firm.
focus on other things for now.
Yeah.
Like the
So I was pretty surprised.
Cheers to you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To love.
Cheers to love.
to have you. Oh,
Yay.
sweet nasty love.
Oh,
Sweet nasty
yeah.
love.
Nasty
Kind of
love.
funny.
Ooh, what? This is
Ah.
Yay.
what?
The kiss.
Oh, I thought you guys were reacting to me. I was like, what? I like the fucking wine. Get off my back. I'm allowed to like it. Sorry.
Do you want to show camera?
Show Sky Cam the ring, yeah.
No, not Skycam.
Oh.
The one,
Why not Skycam?
because it doesn't look good.
Okay.
Okay, where?
Just, you hold it up, Kevin will come to you. Right now he's going to Tim's beard. Now he's getting distraction. Just stay in one place.
Okay, I'm staying
Get it closer to you.
closer to me.
Yeah, it'll be in focus.
Oh. Where am I?
Ready?
Where are you? Did you say where?
You know, when you're looking in a mirror,
Enhance.
sometimes.
Enhance.
Wow.
Is that as much as you can enhance?
It's a lot of sparkle.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Show them,
Oh,
right?
good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All up
Shake
on
that
it.
thing.
So then, Devin, how long have you been planning this?
Since January, when I first messaged you.
Hell yeah.
Well done, sir. This was I'm as you know, a married man.
A married man?
But Tim and I have very like interests, right? One of which is I like when people go like plan the
Yeah.
proposal in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Any proposal is a good proposal if you guys are happy. But I think this shows a lot of initiative, sir, and I think she'll remember this forever.
I hope
Not the
so.
least of which reasons because it'll be on the
It
internet
is
forever.
on the internet forever,
Yeah,
so
and we're never
Yeah.
going down.
I'm glad I didn't
Yeah.
fuck it
Never
up
going down.
too
You can't
bad.
take us down, world.
You did great.
You did
Yeah,
great.
you did great.
You did
You
phenomenal.
did great. I feel
Phenomenally.
like I was like so thrown aback.
Well, that's good. You're supposed to be, right? And you said the right word. Yes.
Yes, I did say that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's real
I don't
good.
even remember that happening. It was all haze.
Kevin, let's roll back
Did you
the
say
tape.
yes?
She did in fact say yes.
Oh,
No, that
okay.
was funny when I got married. When I got engaged to my wife, she said yes, but was so like taken with emotion that she didn't talk afterward for like 30 minutes because we were about to go out to dinner, and I was like, "Are we cool? Like, are we okay? Like, let's go." She's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just I'm super happy. I just can't. It's all coming at the same time." And I'm like, "Okay." Then we sat down to dinner. Still happening. Starts crying a little bit, and I'm like. Waiter's coming over. I'm like, I love you. I'm giving you your space to have these emotions, but we got to order something? Or this guy's thinking we're fucking breaking up. And it's the opposite. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. How you feeling, Big Greg?
I'm feeling good,
Wow,
Nick.
This looks good
is
on you.
Very
Thank you.
sparkly.
Yeah.
It's a good V.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's, oh, yeah. One of the things that I love is my wife still to this day. We've been married 5 years. I can still catch her looking at a ring every once in a while. Like she does this thing where she's just kind of playing with it and like seeing how it refracts from the light. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
Did a good job.
really beautiful. Did good.
Thanks.
All right, that was the topic. There's no
Yeah.
other topic.
We're gonna go for that.
We're going to save travel stuff for later. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bring a
missed
random
it.
topic discussion for your amusement. You're allowed to this time and not get
Yeah,
judged.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, some people get engaged.
it's fine.
If you want to support the show, like Shauna and Devin did, you can go to patreon.com/kindafunny. But if you have no bucks to toss our way, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we put up the entire show, topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video in MP3 the following Friday. On behalf of us both, or all of us, I should say, but to both of you, thank you for all the support you've given us, let alone letting us share in this special moment for both of you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank
We
you
expect
for
to be
having
invited to the
us.
wedding.
Yeah.
We might come. I'm not gonna promise it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy Show. Click up here to subscribe to Kinda Funny. Click down here to support us on Patreon. Click here to see a playlist of other episodes. And click here for a cute squirrel video that Cool Greg chose. Cool Greg, I need you to choose a squirrel video.